What? No, I don't listen to no. Oh, oh, that's like the fire. That's like one of the hottest joints right now. That's like one of the hottest joints in these Western lands right there. You feel me, deal me? Featuring Stan Marsh from good old South Park. Good old South Park. And when you go read the description on my YouTube channel, if you check the song out, I pretty much put there like, because there was a time where before they started moving and changing the internet around and shit and getting rid of things, and that's all they do, bro. They always trying to update and clear away, like cover up what they know, like niggas seen and shit for the next generations to come. Cause niggas like me gonna die at some point one day, and then what? You get what I'm saying? So that's their mentality. Like, oh, let's just sweep it under the rug. Yeah, let's just keep sweeping it under the rug. Right. Oh, wasn't too many. Nobody seen that. It wasn't. You know what I mean? Everybody forgets about it, right? Nope. Nope. So the real wiggers, starting with George Washington and them. You know what I mean? Good old Christopher Columbus and them and stuff. And good old Sons of Liberty days and. There's a lot of history just in the scene right there. Just that, like, you know what I mean? That's Britannica, man. That's good old England, man. Good old King. That's King James. That's gonna be the it was the King of England at the time. Fucking man, like King Richard, like Lionheart Richard, one of them niggas. I know King James was like the Scottish king. Probably all right. You know what I mean? Let me get my facts straight. I already know it was like King James during that shit. What the fuck am I even? You know what, man? King George. That's who I was trying to think of. Right. So dude on the right, dude right here. This dude right here, that's the King George. That's King George, dude. All right, King George and them, George Washington and them. Right. Yeah, this is George Washington's grandpa right here, or his dad, King George and shit. You know what I mean? Because the Europe shit was deep, bro. Before they even came over here, in that timeline of events, the Europe just on their side of shit, like, I ain't really got nothing to do with nobody over here and shit. But I'm mixed, so I be kind of relating to some of this shit as far as that the European kind of blood that's flowing through me and stuff, mixed in with my native stuff, my native blood and stuff. But then this dude right here, so that's King George. This would be like King James. Would be like the Jews. So I'm looking at like the Masons and the Jews. The Masons, the ones who already niggas that built Europe and shit already. You know what I mean? And then the Jews was kind of like the persecuted niggas. They wanted to do their own. They wanted to do some new shit. And it was a mixture of Masons too, probably. But I'm just making a point, like King James birth. This nigga was the king of Scotland. You know what I mean? Look at the two differences. This dude more, I mean, who knows if these niggas actually existed, right? These are just characters, but that dude, right, Wigger, this dude right here, big Wigger. You know what I mean? Big wigger. This nigga probably wasn't even a real person, bro. Man, fuck it, dude. I'm not even going. King Philip? Man, whatever, dude. Y'all get what I'm saying. Those were the NIGGERs. The head wigger dudes, you know what I mean? So I don't listen to them. Like, I'm ignorant when it comes to like laws and policies and words that somebody else made up. You know what I mean? After like mixing in with the native dialect over here, so there was a language, there was a line of communications established, so that deals and bargains and gains could be made, and that's what happened for quite some time, probably a few hundred years, a couple hundred years at least, like the 1400s. You know what I'm saying? The Spaniards, can't really speak on what the Spaniards were doing, conquistadoring it up and shit. You know what I mean? As far as like, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of shit, man. It's a lot of shit that goes into this, and I ain't gonna act like I'm like aware of everything. You know what I mean? Because I guess I'd be a fucking some type of new mutt baby for real. Because I don't even got no background. You know what I mean? It'd be different if like my grandma or somebody fucking knew they was native or something. My people were just everybody I knew was like retarded. So I gotta come to the conclusion like, all right, well, I must have been, you know what I mean? If I was anybody important, shit, we got defeated, and then our line got retarded afterwards, or we was just always retarded. You know what I mean? So I might have been born after you know what I mean? As far as my lineage here might go back to like, not like two, I don't know. Yeah. In my mind, I've been here forever. I've been here for like thousands of years and shit, eons and shit. But I guess I can't. Who knows if I could really even say that or claim that? Nah, I feel like I've been here for a minute, dude. I feel like I've been here for a minute, but I just was like been retarded. You know what I mean? To some degree. Not totally retarded, but to some degree, I've been retarded. I could say that. At some point, or at some, you know what I mean? I was around retarded ass people. I did retarded shit. No, it was, you know what I mean? I was raised by retards. So, you know what I mean? The most intelligent shit I probably done was like shit I had to come to my own realizations about. Yeah, probably like one of them being, oh yeah, people's retarded. Yeah, that's like, if you could accept that and if you like a individual that could come to that point, and you know what I mean? If you could come to that conclusion with yourself and others, and learn how to just accept the fact, like, look, all this shit is retarded. It'll make your life a hell of a lot easier. Even when things are probably it could be the most turbulent shit going on, it could be the most retarded shit going on, whatever it is. At least you know some other man and women made it as such. And it's not like you necessarily, like, you contributed also on your percentage level for who you are and shit. Because teamwork makes the dream work. None of us would have this current experience if we didn't all add on in some type of way. Whether you are older lady, older man, young person, whatever, your spirit, like your comprehension ability and your ability to be aware of certain shit, that lets you know how long you've been here or not. So I don't think like I'm the oldest spirit, but I ain't definitely, well shit, I might be one of the, yeah, I do be one of the oldest. I do be one of the oldest spirits. It's just a lot of things I had to like get reminded about, and actually, because a lot of times as spirits, it's tricky because like everybody's spirit be lying to themselves, and so many, and like in all kind of ways and shit. So like you very much so could have been a spirit here for a dummy long minute, but your spirit is gonna lie to itself for that, probably for that reason, because it's like you've been here dummy long, so you gotta lie to yourself at least just enough at first, so you could just like get your feet wet in the game. You know what I mean? Just like get in the game. What's the point of living life if you're just already aware of everything, right? If you're already just, if you know what's gonna happen and shit, that's not life. You know what I mean? Life ain't like that. That's not life. Things just like you just know every detail, every fucking thing that's gonna happen. Fuck no, nigga. Ain't nobody. Even God don't even know all the shit that's gonna happen. Uh, Just nobody. God don't even got a body to even like think or so it's like anything that be in this world purely just be some human shit, some human mind crafted shit, and you either resonate with certain information. Like me, I was into like Star Wars and shit. Now I realized Star Wars was a bunch of witchcraft and a bunch of stories about me and shit and others and the natives and stuff and a whole bunch of other shit. But you know what I'm saying? Me having that understanding or overstand whatever fucking standing on it, I can stand on my business. Like I get it. It's something I get. It's not something like foreign to me. There's a lot of shit I try to bring up to people and it seems foreign to them. Yeah, I'll be speaking like this. People be, huh? What? Say that again? Just depending on the situation and whatnot. That's not me judging nobody. That's just me knowing like, okay, this is sometimes it's just it be different variables and ain't just always one. It ain't just always one fucking point. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people also fail to realize. But I also did drugs and stuff. I've also done drugs and stuff. So my mind is a little brain damaged, and I've been in a few scuffles, and I've been in a lot of survival, being fucking quote unquote homeless for a few years. That'll transform you into a fucking beast. Being dumped on, like being rained on and shit in Hawaii, will fucking turn you into a savage. Seeing a bunch of people like get high, seeing there like a whole bunch of people get high and stuff, that'll turn you into a savage, bro. You realize like, oh shit, I ain't get high like that. I ain't do drugs like that. But certain people do like drugs. See how I double emphasis the drugs? I ain't throwing them no peace. Some people do drugs. I just did drugs. You know what I'm saying? I bounced back successfully. Some people don't bounce back. They stay in that shit and do drugs, and then the drugs do them. Then it starts becoming the point where they're not doing the drugs anymore. The drugs are doing them. You know what I mean? I could kind of say that about myself to some degree, in certain ways, where I might allow food. I look at food like a drug. Really, anything could be a drug, but there's people that do like drugs. They just yeah. You see, that's what happens. Don't do drugs. You might don't do drugs. Yeah, don't do drugs. Or maybe you, or I don't know. Yeah, some people need to do drugs. Maybe they brain is too not damaged. You know what I mean? Yeah, or maybe they got like different. I don't know. Like nah, I don't recommend nothing for nobody. I don't recommend or suggest anybody do drugs. That's probably the last thing you should do. Cause I realized like damn, I didn't even need that shit. Cause then I realized like wait, I already like anything whatever I was trying to figure out or experience or attract to me or whatever. I realized in certain moments I was like, damn, I'm fucking high. And I just like realized like, you know what? I was like, wait, I didn't even need this. I was okay before. Like, yeah, I start thinking that. I'd be like, damn, I didn't even need to do this. Cause I come down and shit, and I'd be like the same. A lot of times I was just the same. I didn't really change much. I just got like maybe more relaxed, or I'm just seeing different perspectives about things. I'm not even gonna talk about certain shit. I don't recommend shrooms, but that's something I did with intention. I didn't just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pop some shrooms and hope for the best. Nah, I didn't like do that, but I always use things like a tool, and then I know what tools are for me and what tools are not for certain projects. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna go Kodak Black in Mission Impossible off the Jesus class. You get what I mean? Like that. Don't fuck. I never touched that. Now, if it was ever sprinkled in anything else, I might have caught reminiscences of it. I did try Adderall one time because I was outside and stuff. So I was like, man, fuck it. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck it. I don't want to. It's kind of hard to go to sleep. When you gotta like go sleep on the concrete somewhere. Now, in a lot of ways, I didn't have to go be quote unquote homeless. In a lot of ways, I'm sure a lot of people probably think I'm fucking crazy or like look at me in all kind of ways, like maybe I didn't value myself or maybe I didn't try hard enough to like maybe get in with other people or like whatever. Yeah, I don't even know what the logic would be if y'all could, if whoever's gonna watch this, if y'all kind of get where I'm coming from, though. Like, I guess befriend people, have somewhere to stay, possibly if you have enough friends in the world or family members. But then I always thought like I'm not trying to depend on people. And you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is that? Not have my own place, but then I'm just sleeping like at thousands of different people's house. I mean, that's a possibility. I'm sure people somewhere, somebody's doing it in the world. But if you get what I'm saying, like everybody wants me. I'm a Cancerian. Always wanted my own goddamn, me my own spot. I ain't like even if I'm grateful to like for people to help me out and shit along the way because that helped me get here. I'm a survivor, but I know I ain't never been the type to like want to get comfortable into any one situation. So that's where it gets tricky for me, the moderation. But yeah, don't moderation. I'd say whatever it is, whatever you're gonna do in your life, experiences and shit. I can't tell you what to do. I just know that this shit is retarded. It's retarded. This shit retarded. You know it's retarded. Uh, I done fasted. You know what I mean? I done fasted 7, 8 days at the most. You know what I mean? At one point recently, that was actually like a couple months ago. That was like getting high. You know what I'm saying? I recommend that if you want to get high or something or like an experience kind of close to drugs. Fast for like 7 to 7 days and smoke a lot of weed and drink water and like in hot soup without the ramen, just the packet. You know what I mean? The seasoned packet, just hot water and stuff for like lunch and stuff. You know what I mean? And then also like maybe if you go to work or something, you could be doing something during the day and stuff. Time go by, dude. It goes fast, and the time goes fast when you're fasting. But that's probably like that's like a natural meth high. You know what I mean? And you get to go to sleep. So that was always my thing and shit. I always wanted to like go to sleep. I started doing certain things, and it was like times where I was like, all right, well, I ain't going to sleep. I'm too awake right now. I might be too aware of too much shit. And if I wanted to just like, there was times where I would snooze. I ain't gonna say I didn't snooze, but it'd be like a paranoia about snoozing. You know what I mean? I like to snooze and have no paranoia. I can't. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people in the world that can't say that. And you don't gotta be. Some people's drug is goddamn. Some people's drugs is power and being a politician or a police officer or some people in the world out here they might get a rush or that little whatever it is, a buzz or whatever it is from alcohol. I didn't drink quite a bit of alcohol, so stop drinking alcohol. That's probably way better than drinking alcohol. Stop. Yeah, that's like the best, man. When you like drink alcohol enough, you're like, you know what? I'm getting tired of this. And then you finally just say fuck it. And you don't drink. I ain't drank since like last year. I think the last time I drank was this time last year, like March last year. You know what I'm saying? March, April, maybe May. I think I stopped in like April, like March or April or something last year. But I drank a little bit before. before the spring started. But I think with that spring, yeah, when spring started last year, March 21st or whatever, March something, I was like, you know what, I'm not drinking no more, and I stopped drinking. So that was a goal I accomplished. I'm almost a year sober from alcohol. I don't look at marijuana. Hey, what's up, my buzzing? My bees always showing up. Y'all want to see my bees? All right, I do got family and stuff. Like I got bees that show up, and I got friends and stuff. My bees, my bee friends and stuff. I got friends and stuff. I ain't saying I don't got friends and family, but at this point in my life, nah, I don't really got no like close friends and family that are like, hey, you want to come? You know what I'm saying? You want to come crash? Like I already used that card, so I've always been in this energy like harshly. It's like it's almost like a gift and a curse, because I'm always like in a position to want to move forward and initiate some new shit, or I'm like, or life forces me to. It's like I don't even really have a choice, just the way things have been going. But now it's like getting more smothered, and there's like less space to work with. So that's why I'm sitting here. Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here. You know, most of my days and stuff. Like at least I got to this point. This was my main goal for like the past 6 to 7 years. You know what I mean? I don't know why it took me this long, but I was patient. I didn't. And there was times where I had the money too. I could have been got a whip. I could have been got some shit and did a whole bunch of shit. And that's my point. My mind just like I don't know. Honestly, I ain't grow up with people that, like I said, I grew up with a bunch of retards, a bunch of retarded shit. So, it comes to money, don't get me started about retarded money stories in my family, previous family. I don't really. I guess I ain't really associated with them like that. I don't really got no family right now, other than this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? All the other billions and trillions of cells that make up my vessel and stuff. This be my family and stuff. And anybody out here, and everywhere I go, I make family with people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, you know. But, you know, I make family and stuff. I meet new people and stuff. So I ain't like, I'm just not on niggas' backs and shit. You know, I don't be like, people don't be wearing me like a coat. You know what I'm saying? I might be on my mom's butt for some little dollars here and there. Because she damn near owed me some shit. You know, she damn near owed me it. There's a lot of shit she could have been did. So it's not, I ain't trying to go in that direction. Everybody is who they are, who they supposed to be. And I ain't really, you know, I ain't entitled to nobody's shit. But in a lot of ways, I'm not a victim either, but in a lot of ways, don't come up in there and that. But in a lot of ways, I've been treated like very foully. Like I've been treated like with so much disrespect from my own people. From my own people. From my own people. Now there's times where, you know, I got my mouth get me into trouble, or I get myself into trouble, whatever the case may be. But at the same time, most people a lot of times that I grew up with were just mad because I had a fixed way of thinking. Aquarius, my otter box. You know, this was before OtterBox phone case. I had the real like mental OtterBox. Fuck you talking about? They always want to copy some shit. But yeah, like I always had a fixed way of thinking. I was either gonna say some shit, or I just wasn't. You know what I mean? And I would probably usually I picked most of the time when I was younger and shit. I was quiet as fuck. I didn't really talk to nobody. I just go sit in my room and shit. A lot of times, you know, I had moments outside, but I probably had more moments to myself than I was out in the world and shit externally. So I might have grew up a little imbalanced. So me going out on my own and shit was like huge, bro. I ain't trying to go into all that. I'm finna get on these transits and shit. I just was kind of flowing for a second, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, don't do drugs, man. Don't do drugs. It's not good. It's not boy. I mean, unless that's your choice, then go ahead. But I ain't telling you to do it. Like I said, I recommend like go eat a hot pepper, Go eat like a serrano, like a hot pepper or something, like a jalapeno pepper. You know what I mean? Before you, or go on a. Bro, I used to play basketball for years, dude. So that's really where I'm coming from. My mind is my mind. I got a Mercury Gemini. My shit is in the 12th house. I got a Mars and Virgo. My 4th house. My 8th house. The other water house. It's Capricorn. I got Neptune and Uranus there. This nigga likes driving around. This nigga likes driving around another nigga's buns. This nigga likes moving buns. This man likes to move another man's buns. Pause no hobo. I ain't self-reflecting on that one. That yeah, because you don't see me driving around moving hot dog buns. The fuck? Guess somebody's gotta do it. Somebody's gotta move the glizzy packs. This world's sick, man. When you really, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not here for validation or invalidate. I can give a fuck. You know what I mean? Ain't none of this shit is me, so like none of this shit is actually you. So you start you start really looking at yourself in the mirror like, man, fuck all this shit. At least that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'm a little, I'm trying to stay on my creative shit, you know what I mean? And that's not me saying like I'm just disregarding life. I'm still experienced. I'm still participating. You know what I mean? I'm just not totally invested in the shit. And I look at that like God saved me. All possibilities, the Great Spirit saved me. You know what I mean? The fact that I wasn't so involved into whatever the fuck, nigga, I'm still here for that reason, bro. I know a lot of people that are either dead or in jail, or they got strung out or whatever the fuck, or they gone. I don't even know where they at. They stopped talking to me. I stopped talking to them. We went our separate ways. You know what I mean? Most people had kids and shit. You know what I mean? That I grew up with. It was either like my family members was always older and shit. My oldest brother, I don't even know who he is. He's an Aries. That nigga was always he was like way, he was the firstborn, so he was he was already like yeah. By the time I came around, he was already like 2 laps around me on the track. Few times go around that track, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? My mom was crazy. I ain't trying to dump all my business out here, but it's an Aries moon and shit. I'm not. I ain't just saying like some shit I normally be a. You know what I mean? It's a square for me. Something I'm trying to figure out, and then we got this Aquarius shit. So that's like my 11th house. All right, I'm gonna get into these transits here in a second. Pretty much. Yeah, fucking. But I don't got no planets in my 11th house, so if anybody want to come in here, leave some comments or something, I'm probably not gonna respond. You know what I mean? I'm really an Aries in the 11th house individual, and then I got a generational curse, being having like I said, my mom was an Aries, and my dad was a Gemini. So my Mercury is in Gemini in the 12th house. Sometimes I probably look delusional as fuck to everybody. A lot of times, it was always a reoccurring thing. Like people would say to me, I remember maybe it was just playing out, like my own conversations in my head was playing out through people and shit. Like fucking people would be like, "Why are you here?" You know what I mean? A lot of times I realized they was self-reflecting, but I always looked at myself like just for me to even be in an experience like that, it applied to me. I was never like shit don't apply to me. A lot of shit applied to me. Damn near every interaction I've had, I was able to learn something, or I just did it, or I just was like, man, fuck it. You know what I mean? But at least I made up my mind about that real young. Like I got my 9th house is Aquarius. Like my midheaven is Aquarius. So I always had a fixed way of thinking. I was like, man, I was real hard headed, real stubborn and shit. I didn't want to do no chores. I didn't want to cut no grass. I didn't want to mow the lawn. I didn't do none of that shit. There was times where I had to, I'd do it just to balance my shit out, or like I started coming around to. But I mean, a lot of times, like I was like, nah, I was like, nope. You know what I mean? I was so adamant. My mom tried to tell me, da 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 da. Come, do you want? She first of all, I don't know. I was always the bigger spirit, dude. Yeah, now I think about it, like, cause it was always like my parents and shit. Like my mom would always ask me, like, "Do you want to do this?" And I'd be like, "No," and then she'd be like, "All right," like, "Yeah, what's she gonna?" She just go do it, cause it's her house. Like, yeah, I'm like, what? I'm thinking like, bitch, if you don't cut your own grass. Yeah, now I know why I used to think a certain way, bro. Because I was like, damn, bro, if I'd really been here as a native and shit, my mom's like, quote unquote, a white lady, like a Caucasian. She's mixed too. She's native, but she got her fucking European washy who ways. And then my dad, that nigga was fucking, I don't know, whatever the fuck he is, some mixture of native and I don't know what the fuck my dad was, some Scottish dude or. All right, that's what I do know. Them European niggas came and fucked my people up. They came and fucked the natives up, man. Them Scottish right niggas and all them, all them Irish cats, all the Ireland, all the Pilgrim niggas and shit. Them Quaker Oats box niggas and shit. Yeah, the prince, the prince with the ruffles and the ruffled bag of chip shirts. Them guys with the them wiggers. You know what I'm saying? They was giving out the smoke, dude. At first it was cool, but like I guess it just led to in-house family feud issues because these niggas was trying to take over the house and they were successful. But they didn't really take over the house because they don't understand the spiritual components of the house. Like the house be alive. So they just thought they were taking like, the material, like conquering the house in a material fashion, which they did. But they didn't really like conquer the great spirit. That's like nobody could do that. You must be high off of goddamn crack cocaine if you thought you was gonna kill the great spirit that brought you here to begin with. You must I don't know what these niggas be still thinking. But we ain't finna go there. But yeah, man, niggas was giving out all the oatmeal bowls of oatmeal. They was giving out all the poison blankets. They was giving out all the SARS, man. They was giving out all the SARS wars and shit. Oh man, it was like, man. You know what I mean? And people nowadays are confused. Like, people actually believing in black plagues and shit, and COVID-19s. Hey, I'm still. Have you seen them? I'm still waiting. Where them swine? Did you see them swine flu yet? I'm still waiting to see if them swine flu yet. Have you seen them? Where those pigs at? Do you remember that when the swine flew? I'm still waiting to see one of them swines flying. Apparently they was flying everywhere. And that West Nile virus, what happened to that West Nile virus? Ebola? Anybody? Ebola? Did Ebola just disappear like your God or something? Yeah, I'm saying sick in the head individuals. But yet I'm the one people want to tell me, you gotta go, sir. Do I gotta call security on you? Do I need to call the police? You need to leave. You need to move. You need to go. All that type of shit, man. Like, and I'd be like, you ain't going nowhere, biscuit head. You know what I'm saying? Doug didn't win shit. Doug is copying. Doug didn't win shit, bus. They got the sun trend. Sun trans. The public transportation niggas, because y'all in Las Vegas and y'all in Arizona, so this must be a West Coast thing or something. Sun trans, I don't know who you trans. Let me not go there. I don't know who you niggas was. I don't know what transformer niggas you niggas think you are with your robot transformer cars and shit driving through Malibu somewhere probably. The Sun Trans company, dude. That's a false, fraudulent fucking business, bro. Yeah, like they could literally, y'all could call it something else. Light doesn't move, asshole. Light doesn't travel, asshole. Niggas still think the light travels, bro. They getting on the Sun Trans. That's Sun Trans. Just fucking aimlessly going with it. Yeah, and I'm sure they routed it. Bro, I'm sure they about to be fucked. Because there was a shift, so like, yeah, I mean, they ain't with the new route, knew how to like get with the new routing system and shit. It's like you can't buy no Wi-Fi routing start. You can't buy no router for this shit. You know what I mean? This ain't like no router type of shit you could just like buy at Walmart and hook up 5G nationwide and fuck everybody. Like the internet's probably worse now. You know what I mean? Y'all want to see my people real quick? These my people, right? These my people real quick. Well, to some degree, you know what I mean? To some degree, but this is who I grew up with. That was my sister right there. That I can't really claim as my sister, but you know that's my sister. I don't know about that peace sign. You know what I mean? I don't know about that peace sign, but it is what it is. This was a heck of a night. It was my cousin Abel, and they was the Udrialises. So you know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's when I had my hair. My hair was twisted and stuff. I tried that one time, and yeah, it didn't really it was a time. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a time of my life. But yeah, motherfuckers was fucked up. I was fucked up. That was my so that's her dad. That's my uncle Rocco. Or you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's pretty much how them niggas looked back then, like pilgrim niggas and shit. The Amish cats and beards and Spaniard niggas, and he was cool though. That was my guy. That was my guy, man. That's my guy. Wherever he's at, he ain't passed away yet, at least as far as I know. But he's probably, he's, wish him the best, y'all. Wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. These were good. This was good times right here. This was a good night. You know what I mean? These people really cared about him right here. He's the one that gave me this knife. So shout out to my Uncle Danny, man, my Uncle Rocco. Yeah, man. He gave me this right here. I still got it too, bro. You know what I mean? So he could have been an eagle with me. You know what I mean? That's how I always kind of think too. Like he might have been an eagle with me at one point. But yeah, that's my sister. She a Leo. You know what I'm saying? So we always had this like sun and moon relationship where like I'm behind her, but I guess I was the bigger one. She kind of more after the fact. We gotta keep it real. It's nighttime before daytime starts. I gotta be real with y'all. It'd be nighttime really it's all night. I don't know what this is like some event thing going on, but to me it's still like nighttime. Especially in these days right here. This is like we in the winter season and shit. Yeah, this is like prime time, nighttime, winter time, winter fresh, PM hours and stuff. Go to bed, and brush your teeth. Make sure you prepare for the possible death. You might meet defeat. On the way to Pisces season. Please take a seat in the seat. I don't really do the plea deals. Not guilty. I might have to go get me some more hot water and sip my tea. Shit, I gotta go to the gas station these days because niggas took over my house. I'm trying to spray the roaches with the Raid. Yeah, like what you talking about? Come on, man. I got way better bars than a Jay-Z, ZJ. Put me out on the DJ stage and I'll rock the whole crowd for days. You gotta make this shit. You gotta create this shit. You can't just jump in traffic and think you finna debate this shit. I'm like a fisherman at the lake. All I do is bait the fish. I've been at Fisherman's Wharf all day. Somebody need to pay the nigga. I'm getting paid in fish. All right, man. Let's get to these transits, man. Let's start before I start speaking a different language. All right, yeah, shit. So yeah, all right, I was the previous video from this, early in the day. I started it out with Sun in Aquarius, aka Otter, and then I was talking about how that conjuncted with the Mercury Aquarius. You know what I'm saying, Otter. And I even kind of added elements of, talking about how Pluto, a little bit, how that would kind of correlate with that also, right? Because Pluto's at 2 degrees in Otter or Aquarius, right? So my phone was kind of low on percentage level. Now I'm gonna kick this bitch. I'm gonna continue what I'm doing. I'm gonna continue what I was saying. Let me unplug my phone. That's why I've been holding this. I've been charging my phone. I gotta do gangster shit these days. Cause now Starbucks, man. Hey, and hold on, man. Suntran. Let me finish that point. Suntran, the bus government niggas. Nigga, light don't travel, asshole. All right. You ain't pay a motherfucker, dude. They always trying to track the natives and stuff, see where you going and stuff. That's really what that be. That's a whole psyop. They just want to know. They just want to see where people going. I got the inside scoop. They just want to like figure out where you live and stuff, why you get on the bus, all kind of shit, so they could like create some next psyop. So just be aware of that. Anybody out there, whatever you think is like you're answering a survey or you're doing something right for the community, or niggas answer you questions on the bus. If they ask you questions on the bus that they want you to answer, yeah, I'm dropping a dime. Yeah, they gonna act like, oh, it's for data, blah 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 blah, for the they gonna act like they doing company analysis. No, that's the feds trying to keep tabs on niggas. That's the feds trying to keep tabs on niggas. That's the feds trying to keep tabs on niggas, and then they want to see what how you do it and what you do it, so they want to learn how you do it and see how you do it and what you doing, so they can just create like I said, the next Rubik's cube for you to get lost in. For the next magic square dance that you're gonna do at the at the bar, at the saloon in the esoteric Babylon. They got a bunch of people square dancing all night, all day and night. Square, 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 squares. Squares to you, baby. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm talking squares. Man, I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit because I be screaming and shit sometimes. Like singing wise, I be like trying to. There are times where I'm just like, kind of like mad. I ain't gonna cap. I be spazzing, man. I can see why I'm not like maybe in a different position, because I probably would have tripped already. I would have spazzed on somebody. You know what I mean? Because I kind of faked already did, at work at one time and stuff. So I kind of got this energy like I'm liable to cuss a motherfucker out, if not smack the shit out of somebody. At least mentally, at least mentally. Like, mentally, you might get smacked. You might get mentally just smacked or punched in the nuts or punched in the ovaries. You might get punched in the flaps. If you're a female, you get punched in the nuts. If you're a homie cheese, I might look at you like a jigger. I might look at you like a wigger. So somebody thinks, come on, man. Why did Jim Carrey get to have all the fun? Why does Jim Carrey get to have all the fun? Because he's white? Yeah, that's why. They don't want to let nobody like mixed or something like have any fun. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to like let no mixed people have no fun. They want to like only give it all to the white dudes. Well, the white man get to have the white man party, the white Rick Rubin white suit tuxedos, and RP Lil Baby and RP 21 Savage. RP Meek Mill. Like Meek Mill went down the worst way, bro. Come on, come on, Meek Mill, Dream Chasers. Come on, Philly. That's what y'all that's what y'all was supporting out there, Philly. Nah, niggas, the real niggas from Philly, like, nah, we don't fuck with Meek. Niggas was out there fucking with AR Ab and shit. Niggas was on AR Ab time. Hey, this ain't no diss though, Philly. I ain't trying. Shout out to everybody, man. That's why I be here though, man. Like, fuck. Everybody's at war with each other right now and shit. The streets is dead, and then like people are trying to bait you into weird shit so that they got an excuse to like do something to you. You know what I'm saying? So if the police show up, they got an excuse. You know what I'm saying? They look like they didn't do shit, and you look like you the one that got fucking like you shouldn't have been here because you're native and stuff. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like you the one that like fucking you been here probably before anybody else. Niggas don't even know how to tie their shoes and shit, let alone pop out of a vagina and remember that fact when, into their adulthood. And so, like, yeah, most people be children, kids mentally. Like, and then they be mentally ill at that. So I don't expect nobody to really take me serious or really listen to what I'm saying, because half of them, majority of them, don't even comprehend my energies be first. It be my energy first before people like even hear the words. Like, I be really living that movie for real. They got that scene for me, Rush Hour. Y'all need to pay the natives, man. Everything's native hobbyism, man. You're not gonna act like I don't really do that in real life. The scene where Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker were like, "Do you not understand the words coming out of my mouth?" I really lived that. I really like. Maybe my life is the way it is because I watched that movie too many damn times. But no, I really be like, I'm really kind of like a ghost for real, bro. If I was a native and shit, and I'd be like, I'm back. My name's Dakota. I picked that name for a specific reason. I didn't just like was like Dakota for no fucking reason. Put that idea into my mom's fucking head and shit. You know what I mean? My dad agreed with it. He was like, yeah, he didn't have no problem with it. No fun. Niggas wasn't gonna tell me that nothing different. Nigga, I was the parent. Nigga, I was like, my name, y'all gonna name me this. That's how my spirit was coming. Like, bitch, you gonna name me this. Now, the last name is, I can't, I'm in the works of trying to transition out of certain energies and stuff. But I don't claim my last name. I gotta use it for government purposes at this point. But they know that's not me. They know that's not me. And if I am got some remnants of some dudes that go back to Europe, pay me, dude. Or let's make a deal. Scotland, Ireland, potato dudes. The French. I might have a little bit of French in me. I'm not like I don't really support none of this shit, but as far as things that I eat. Hey, what's up, my buzzing? My bee again. My bee always showing up. I don't know if that's a dude or a chick, but I don't be trying to think too hard about it. I'm gonna say because that's my bitch, But if it's a dude, I don't want like a dude to be my bitch. But I guess he's gonna be my bitch regardless. If I'm the bigger spirit, like to some degree. It's not like I'm flying around going to the beehive, like, hey, where you at? No, the bees is coming to me. Nigga, I had a bee land on my arm yesterday at the gas station, and I showed two teenagers and gave them a cool little you know what I'm saying? Gave them a cool little fatherly message. Or a big brother talk. You know what I mean? It's two little niggas that was just standing in front of the gas station and shit. A bee landed on my arm. I wasn't finna dip. I showed up to get some tea, and you already know, hit some spliffs and shit. But yeah, let me not get sidetracked off of what I'm saying here. Fucking, yeah, light don't travel, Suntran. I don't know what they think. Like, I don't know. They need to like stop copying Dolo the Pilot Man, and so in the subconscious community, at least get pay credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? All they want to do is like plagiarize and take everything. But yeah, I was talking about that Rush Hour shit, the Jackie Chan and shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course they gonna use the China man. Of course they gonna use the black man or the African dude, whatever the fuck. which the natives was freeing a lot of the black niggas out of slavery, bro. That's the real story. Abraham Lincoln was a native. Abraham Lincoln was a native. It wasn't even called Abraham Lincoln. That's just they witchcraft. They little Abraham spirit and shit like that. Always trying to like, you know what I'm saying, ham a nigga out, ham hocks and stuff. But yeah, the real story was the natives was freeing the slaves, the black niggas and shit out of bondage from the white man and stuff, and then helping them create their own little village and towns and shit. I kid you not. Go do the history searches. Go Google it. Nah, fuck Google, man. But go watch Dolo the Pilot Man. You know what I'm saying? And then you could go confirm what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be doing it. So that's like what I was taught in school. You know what I'm saying? Y'all scholarly niggas and shit. Yeah, I graduated high school, and guess what? I took an English class at Solano Community College, and I passed that class too. I didn't like further continue my education as a whole, but I for sure passed college goddamn pretty much advanced literature classes where I had to write about pros and cons of violence, which was goddamn who the fuck comes up with 3 pros and 3 cons for violence, bro. I don't even want to get into that story, but niggas was saying my shit was godly. So what does that say about me? Maybe y'all should fucking like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even like, I still was like, where's this God at? You know, I don't even know what he would. So that was like early stages of my like understanding like shit be on other people's mind. You know what I mean? These are just words and shit. Because what he was referring to as godly, I was kind of getting the energy. All right, well, I mean, I know who I am. I'm not God, but I know that's where I come from. And that's some man-made shit because I still don't see this God term. You know what I mean? And then that whole little timeline story spin off of that, right? So you'd be like, all right, well, whatever concept I got, I don't see a body. I don't see no body. So that was the first moments that I developed that thought of as a kid. And then I got older, Dolo confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? I already knew though early on in my childhood and my teenage years and after high school a little bit. I was like, what? Godly. That was before I even watched Dolo because I was still in like school mode and shit. That was before Dolo. That was like a couple years after I got out of high school, like 2015. I didn't start watching Dolo till like 2016. Well, I probably was watching Dolo then, but certain videos. Now I didn't get to that. I don't know. It was just different then. I probably was watching Dolo then, but not like a bunch of videos and shit. Yeah, so I was still in my ignorance. I was still in my sleep mode. That's how I look at it. Like I put myself in a certain sleep, so I wouldn't be too aware of all this extra shit. You know what I mean? But let me get into these transits. I've been kind of rambling. Not rambling, but yeah, I've been kind of rambling. It's an Aries moon. Kind of rambling a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unplug my phone and stuff. Oh yeah, I think that's what started that whole timeline of thought, bro. The phone cord. And I started thinking about how I gotta charge my shit, how I'll be sleeping in here. And I'll be thinking about like, dude, there's like so much space everywhere. Nigga, I'm trying to figure out how to go about being a part of getting like a group together so people could like help each other build houses for all of us since we're gonna need them. You know what I mean? Since like none of these homes are owned, but oh man, see, it's like people are not even here at these stages of wanting to accept the truth and how deep it really goes. But it really be some simple shit. It's really simple though. There's niggas that took over land, killed a bunch of people in the process, pretty much murder and genocide. Yet you got all these laws and shit where they don't want you to go murder nobody. But it was okay for them to do it out of manifest destiny in Jesus Christ and Christianity concepts, or whatever the Goth, Odin, whatever they folklore, whatever the fuck they was practicing. Some Goth shit. Right. Piercings and spiked clubs. You know what I mean? clubs and shit. They was doing alcohol, fermenting beers and yeast, making yeast. You know, they're out. That's the best their alchemists came up with. Some of their wizards and shit. That was the best thing, y'all. Bro, don't get me started. Don't get me started. All right, let me go into this shit. All right, first let me smoke cigarettes. Let me look at this shit real quick. I'm experiencing the Mars retrograde too, so y'all gonna have to pardon me. I'm a double Cancerian. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like get a hold of these energies and stuff. And it seems like each day that keeps going by, I'm like getting more numb, which allows me to be more in control because I'm not really feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned. It's like, man, let me not feel all this shit so much. And I have my moments where I kind of like get back into that. I make it too personal and shit, but like I'm trying to keep that. See, that's where it's tough, man. All this excitement and shit makes I feel like I get excited. All the people moving around each day. Yum, here and there. That shit fuck with my head, dude. To some degree. And that's my challenge to not let it, you know what I mean? Which I think I do a very good job at it because I ain't been to jail and I ain't murdered nobody out of rage. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I might have fucked some niggas up. I might have been fucked up. But I ain't never, like, we never went to a point where people were getting killed. And I ain't saying, I guess, from a business perspective, maybe some people need to die. You know what I mean? So from a business perspective, niggas sell good drugs all day and shit, put drugs in the communities and guns and shit. From a business perspective. You know what I mean? It was just business. Resources. Yeah, you just wanted to get the resources and control people and stuff. I get it. Y'all niggas was scared about something. They was just scared of their animality. They were just scared of their animality. You know what I mean? That's all they was. They was just scared of their animality. So what they try to do from a distance, these were niggas from a distance, bro. Like, most of the time the natives was just having interactions with the U.S. cavalry, and that was like, back then, that was like the military and the police. Pretty much, but like the military, though, that was like their band. You know what I mean? That was their band, their marching band. That's the real marching band first. Like, literally, down to the point they had, they had the trumpet nigga, and they would have the snare dude, little snare drummer boy. You know what I'm saying? That was a song, right, for holidays and Christmas. I don't even know. You don't even hear that song no more. The drummer boy song. Niggas, I probably bring that up. People were like, huh? People would look at me so confused. I'm not in one time. I'm all time. I've been the all time. I'm not really a quarterback, but I'm an all time native back. I'm an all time white man back. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know about white man, but my nativeness got me. I'm back, bro. You know what I mean? I might be mixed with some other shit, but I'm back. I still think the same. I don't think I really feel any different. I done made my mistakes, bro. I done made mistakes. And then I realized, like, certain shit just wasn't you, though. You know what I mean? Certain shit just ain't you. Really, none of this shit is you. You know what I'm saying? So I be, like, fighting to get to that childlike zen. And sometimes just drugs, plural, would help with that. Or sometimes a cigarette helps, or whatever the fuck the case may be. Certain things now they starting to dry up. I can't keep using the same things that I was using before. Or I gotta at least do it in a different way. So this would be kind of like my way of doing that, right? Trying to shake it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I wasn't going live before. I was fucking just outside before. I had to create a live. I had to create a life. Y'all don't understand, dude. Some lady told me, go get a life. Thinking, bitch, I'm like, you're in my world, bitch. You don't even know how to spell life. That's how I be thinking, like, bitch, you know. It was a female kind of talking down on a kid, and I called her, like, I was like, hey, why are you talking to him like that, bitch? In front of the library a couple of days ago. I was about to go into the library. I just needed to chart, you know what I mean? And I seen her, like, going in on this little boy, bro. I felt like I needed to be the dad. I needed to be at least a big brother. Like, somebody needed to have that boy's back. Because I know what it's like, bro. And now I look back at my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had times where, like, adults, they be all, like, grr at me and stuff. And I'll be, like, all tiny and stuff. I'd be all tiny and stuff. And I'd be like, so it's fucked up in a lot of ways. I kind of repeated that mistake to some degree, but yeah, bro, I was all tiny and stuff, bro. I look at people, and you know, people don't understand how that played out in my development. You know what I mean? That's trauma, dude. Having fucking alleged grown-ups and shit treat you like they could just fucking dump on you and shit. I've been dumped on my whole life. From toxic ass people. You know what I mean? It didn't really matter who it was. Not even just my guardians or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I was the guardian and shit. But even just going to my friends and stuff at the time, like going over to their house and shit. Their parents would be tripping and shit a lot of times. So this is stuff you just, I guess, it's regular. You know what I mean? Dad, I guess if I knew better, a lot of times I just accepted it. You know what I mean? I was like, whatever. I guess this is how people. I started thinking that was just normal to be like, oh, okay, this is what like male and female adults do. You know what I mean? At times they get into like these heated arguments, and sometimes the man, you know what I mean, the alleged man, takes it out on everybody else. I don't know, bro. It was a lot of shit, bro. I can't be the only one thinking about certain shit, right? I guess everybody different. You know, everybody different, right? There's certain people that they probably already dealt with whatever shit. You know what I'm saying? When went and did a bunch of shit, probably went and killed 3 people, shit like that. Went to jail 100, probably like 50 times, whatever the case. You don't go to jail either. Like that's remarkable, right? How many people you know that don't ain't been to jail, dude? You know what I'm saying? I know like maybe 1 or 2 like real mature. We're talking about mature people, like grown adult people. When I say I'm an adult, I'm coming from the perspective of knowing like all this shit is fucking fake, and nobody like that. The people that claim to be adults don't even know how to grow their own food at this point, or build a house, or actually run a community. So they own somebody else's goddamn hamster treadmill, right? They had somebody else. They had somebody else's gym. Nobody want to make their own gym. People do it in LA and shit. Niggas in the hood do that shit all the time. They be working out right in front of the house and shit, or in the backyard or whatever. You tell me nobody was able to like start a gym yet. But I guess that's really that. There's nothing wrong with a gym, but it's just a lot of this shit is washing you. It do be like shit not of this land, bro. Because natives didn't need no gym. Our gym was going like barefoot on runs and shit to go hunt food, or go relay a message or something, or like, you know what I'm saying, or like niggas would climb trees and shit. That's how I know I'm a native for sure. My dad was a fucking Pause, no homo. But my dad was a tree climber, from what my mom told me. My mom's native too. My mom's native as fuck. She got red hair. She might be a white lady and stuff, but my mom's always been like, my mom takes, like, my mom cares, like, really cares about animals and looks out for people and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, my mom has always been kind and shit. She was always kind. She's an even day, even night person. She an Aries sun, Libra moon, so she pretty much is a piece of this atmosphere, like in the flesh. I be trying to wake her ass up to that realization, but maybe she just already did what she was supposed to do, you know, and I don't know all the shits, right? I'm not her. That's not really my responsibility to force that on the people. You know, everybody gonna do what the fuck they gonna do. And not just and that's a good point. Like, you also attract, like, whatever your alignments are and shit, these are also experiences you attract from other people. You get what I'm saying? So, like, me being a double Cancerian, you know what I mean? A lot of times I'll be like to myself, but then there's times where I do want to be out and about and shit. Maybe, you know, connect with people, and then I get the same kind of energy back. Like, there's more private, yeah, maybe people with their family or something, or like I'm not family to them, so, you know, in the broad scheme of things, like this worldview and shit, I'm not a part of none of that family tree that they fighting over right now and stuff. I just come in, and if I want to come in, I'm gonna just grab some shit because it's my house. You know what I mean? You ain't going to jail for fucking trying to live and survive in your own house. And then meanwhile, there's niggas having a whole other family feud now. Like, now they doing a whole another European destruction path that they already did in Europe, for Europe to be the way it is, all deserted and shit. That's why they came over here. So now they just fucking it up over here, dude. So I don't know, but let me get into this shit. All right, so Uranus is squaring the. I want to say, yeah, Uranus is squaring, because Uranus is in Taurus, aka Beaver, which is at 16 degrees. Which is crazy because it feels like that shit been going for a minute now, and it has. It's one of those more outer currents that's more, a little bit more one of the distant currents of the sun transit. You know what I mean? Because it's all one thing. It's not like these are separate things. But damn, 16. We're only at 16 degrees, y'all, for the Uranus and Taurus. I think didn't it retrograde at one point? I want to say that's what happened. It retrograded. So that's why it's at 16 degrees again. I want to say that's what it is. Yeah, that's what my gut's telling me. So it might have went back direct, you know what I mean? I don't know. They did something weird to more fucking changes and shit. I tried to go on Planets Today astrology, and then it'd be the that astrologytoday.com or some shit. Not Astro DNS. It's like a planet, a planet, and it shows the, like, a little, like, square diameter kind of thing, and it shows, like, the sun little icon, and then, it's got all the little planets in certain positions, right? And then it gives you a list of, the degrees and the time, like, that, that transit is going to end, or if it's in a retrograde, or if it's going direct, December, whatever, you know what I mean? So I tried to go on there earlier. It seems like that website shut down. Man, I'll show y'all, man, so y'all don't think I'm capping. No cap rap. No cap over here, dude. Oh yeah, Jupiter got me flunked. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like flunked on the Jupiter and Gemini tip. I forgot about that at some point. Yeah, the planets today, astrology. Okay, might have just been where I was at. But here we go. This is what I was talking about. All right, we good. They didn't shut it down. This one right here, which I like looking at that because you can actually see like the it's almost like it's telling a story for real. You know what I mean? I look at that like, and then the Earth would be like the dot in the middle. So like, if you know art, that's like where we're at, and then that's some European shit because we're not the center of the universe. You know what I mean? That's like some European shit. But they just threw that Earth there in the middle, like as if shit is spinning around us. But to some degree, it is because here we are on this rotation, and that we're interacting with, you know, the as above that them season cycle transitions of water currents and shit. You know, so we just be experiencing like a real water event, hot cloud type of shit. Go watch Dolo the Pilot. I'm not finna break down how stars are water right now, but that's really what's going on. Like, otherwise they wouldn't call it influence. They wouldn't call it condensation. You know what I'm saying? Condensation. You know when you get condensation on the window in the morning because it was cold enough, and then there was, I guess there was enough condensation or buildup of friction and fusion temperaments, certain you get what I'm saying, a certain type of alchemy going on with temperature temperaments. So for example, if I'm in the spaceship and I go to sleep and I get all warm and shit throughout the night, and maybe I get a little too hot, I might sweat even, right? And not even just that, and then let's take it another level. All this heat is trapped in here. By the time it's cold throughout the night, because it's getting cold, we're in the winter time and shit. It's been cold and shit, chilly. That interaction of the cold temperature, which would probably be more closeness, right? As far as this, because we're doing an internal cycle, you know. So coldness would be like more close. You're more into yourself. You're more cold, right? You're more close to yourself, right? So really, we're more internal. We're more in the heat because we're going through the lower, you know what I'm saying, the lower chakras and shit, which is really like it'd be hot. So like when you look at ice is really hot, and then when you look at like hot, hot is really cold. So like summertime is really cold. That's why my name is Dakota. I was born June 29th. Summertime. I'm a summer baby. Forget those words and shit, but it'd be cold. It was cold when I was born. It was cold. The hospital was probably cold. It was probably cold in there. It was probably hot though. They had the AC on or something. It was hot in the hospital. But outside it was cold. It was more distant. It was more external. You know, we do that spiritual travel of going out of our space. So it's like we're always doing this like expansion, contraction, expansion, within, without, out, within, within type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like don't get lost in the layers of yourself. So yeah, let me look at this right here. So we got the moon in Red Falcon and Aries and shit, squaring the Mars, and then Mars is the depositor. Mars rules Aries, so Mars is retrograding in Cancer or a woodpecker. You know what I'm saying? At 19 degrees, and then the moon is at 21 degrees. Probably more. It's probably more now, but this was earlier, in like around 7 o'clock. So probably might have changed a little bit, right? There's a square there, so as far as our desires, our passions, our motivations, our intentions, our willpower, you know, sexual energies, not just fleshly sexual organs and stuff, but the joining of two or multiple energies to create something new, right? So like the joining of at least, you know what I mean, two energies or multiple energies to create something new. In this context, two energies. So the joining of two energies to create something new It's usually what the fucking that's usually what's going on, at the core level. It's always like this two pair or a pairing system, and then that pairing creates like a byproduct, the offspring, right? So, and we kind of like fresh off of the North Node being in Aries some time ago. So, as far as like what we reacted to right now, like our individuality, how we see, how we kind of burn through reality and see reality, how we initiate a path, how we initiate our creativity, how we the springing in, giving birth. So like Aries moons be good times to, like, if you're trying to plant new seeds and do some new shit or do something different or get out of maybe a bad habit, or you trying to shift things up. That's really what an Aries moon would be for. And then right now with the Mars retrograding, that was like us looking back at whatever previous passions, motivations, desires, intentions, sexual energies, urges, um, maybe shit you might have been so passionate about. If you if you didn't get these desires met, it might turn into aggressions. So things you might have, like, you might things that turned into, like, maybe it was cool before, like it was cool a week ago. Now it's like, now these things are, you can't really go back to these things. They're no longer comfortable. You know what I mean? For example, like me wanting to go to Starbucks and charge my phone or something, charge my laptop. I can't really do that now. It's almost like it's like a cycle going on. I can't be necessarily mad at individual people because they don't even be knowing this shit. I can't even be mad at the Starbucks CEO people wherever they might be at. Nor am I gonna like put them on the phone and talk to them. So I gotta really come to myself and throughout the day and, like, come to these points of acceptance and trying to broaden my perspective so I ain't just lost in the sauce. In that, I be feeling like that. It's like, all right, let me get on some. I gotta get on some astrology shit then, because what I've been doing ain't been working, right. And I'm noticing, like, just certain times, like, all right, first it started with hot water cups. Like, first, a couple months ago or whatever, Starbucks stopped allowing free hot water cups, because before I could, like, go in there and, like, at least sit down and get a hot water. You know what I'm saying? Now there's a new policy where they implemented it probably during this recent this new year, right? This new fiscal year, where they now recently they stopped getting rid. They stopped, like, now you gotta pay for something if you want to sit down in the fucking Starbucks, which I think is, like, retarded, because they started out being cool and shit. They started out being free. Now they starting to meet Uriel. That's how I'm looking at it. Like, and whatever things that I was kind of, having my way with before, I can't. You know what I mean? Now this cycle is, like, kind of like letting me know, like, yeah, you was able to do that in the previous shift, but now things are changing. Things are constantly moving. You gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Keep you can't go back to that. So that's kind of like, that's how that Mars retrograde is playing out in my life. You know what I mean? Or even jobs. Yeah, jobs is a good example. I tried to go back to a previous place where I worked at before, and it's like, couldn't even, like, get through the my mind, like my being could even get through, like, wanting to do all the, like, fill out the whatever shit and then it just seemed like there was extra shit that I had to do that I don't even remember doing before. And I'm thinking, like, what's this new like, what's all this new shit? And, like, no, they wanted me to confirm, because, you had to put your dates down and shit for your employment history. And if it don't add up, like, with the background check on the computer, when they do your background check, then they like, hey, you need to correct this. You know what I'm saying? So I had one of them issues where the dates I put down or whatever, it just, I don't know, some retarded shit. And I got frustrated. I was like, man, I don't even, like, got the patience. Or I feel like, man, all right, it must be Maybe must be a reason for this. Like, I guess I can't go back to this. So I pretty much was like crashed out. And I told the recruiter lady, I called her a thought. I called her a thought because she was kind of a thinking ass type of female. She was cool, but I could tell she was a thought. She was a Pisces. I could tell she had a straight jacket on at work. She did in the interview. Like she had her straight jacket on. She was looking cool and stuff. She was looking good. I was like, there's something about this Pisces that she's giving me straight jacket vibes. You know what I mean? Because I'm a Cancerian. I'm like, bitch, I'm in the water too. Like you can't hide from me. Like I'm at the beach. You know what I mean? I'm like on the beach. You like I can see you swimming around in the ocean. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, y'all kind of get what I'm saying. The Mars retrograde shit, squaring the moon, so we might be emotionally reacting to, wanting to do how we individually look at our emotions and feelings, and then we gonna have like the sun gonna like have us having this fixated kind of way of thinking right now, right? Because it's Aquarius season or otter season. Think about otters and shit. They build little beaver, little dams and shit, little houses and stuff. So it's like really it's about directing your emotions in a more favorable aspect, so you can actually direct them to where the areas that you're maybe trying to initiate some type of new creativity or initiate a new way how you see yourself, or if you want to redefine your self image. So you might need to like just have that retrograde Mars look in the mirror, like, all right, maybe what was familiar to me before, this woodpecker, like the woodpecker, like, just like real. That's kind of like, it's just real cardinal type of energy, type of shit. So it's not about having all this cardinal energy and then you explode or implode. No, you got to figure out a new way to create a lane for yourself, pretty much, because it's possible. It's not impossible. This is shit people have been doing. Like otherwise, we wouldn't have niggas out here with streets and shit and stops. You know what I'm saying? Even though they took a lot of their shit, like a lot of this shit is the native shit, so they just like remixed what the natives had already. So that's also another point with the Mars retrograde. A lot of energy kind of coming back to the surface as far as like, because Cancer or like a quote unquote America is founded on that Cancer kind of like energy, right? Family, home. You know what I mean? Niggas leaving their home. You know what I'm saying? Coming over here, making deals and shit. It was cool at first. No problem. You get some furs, you get some pelts. You know what I mean? We might have needed some new type of hatchet gear. We like upgraded our hatchets or something, or upgraded our bow and arrows type of. You get what I'm saying? Maybe new quivers and shit. Whatever the fuck was being exchanged, right? Teas, probably good. You know what I'm saying? Good teas and shit. Maybe there was certain good English teas and shit they had. You know, because we was making our own teas and shit. So if anything, we was like exchanging our herbs and shit. They was buying our teas and shit. You get what I'm saying? Taking it over to Japan and shit. Now they want to call it green tea in Japan. Like, started here, bitch. Started here, motherfucker. Jasmine and shit. Good old jasmine teas and stuff. And hibiscus. I don't know, where's the hibiscus at in other lands? Tell me if there's a hibiscus growing in London right now. It's probably too gray and too cold and too moist. Like as far as the like moldy, it's probably too moist in London for any hibiscus flowers to be growing. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dude. Yet Starbucks got the nerve to want to fucking tell me I can't be in there, and I don't see too many people moving around with star necklaces each day. None of the Starbucks employees had a star necklace that they made that they were wearing, but yet they're wearing the Starbucks employee like aprons and shit, Masonic aprons and shit, trying to control shit, dude. Y'all niggas not gonna have no business going forward, bro. Because if I'm not fucking with it, and my niggas ain't fucking with it, y'all shit is like it's gonna be like good luck trying to create satisfaction for y'all business and y'all brands, bro. People are gonna slowly stop giving a fuck. and probably start. Because I'd be putting the idea out there like, shit, hey, how come y'all ain't shit? You could like go get your own coffee made. You could go buy a bag of Starbucks, whatever the Starbucks brand shit, and go buy the bag in the store and make your own fucking coffee at home. But no, people be lazy and shit. Or people like are off of that convenience high. That's really what it be. People be like high off of convenience. This ain't a video about convenience, but let me get back to my point. So yeah, we're gonna be reacting to, you know, because the moon is the depositor for Cancer. So there's kind of like a little conflunk there. There's a slight conflunk there, conflux. You know what I mean? Where the moon and Aries, moon don't really like Red Falcon, or the moon don't really like being in that position over there in the I guess this would be like, all right, to me it's, yeah, I'll put over here like the Michael, that east, the east kind of energies and stuff, that spring kind of energy. Like the moon don't like to be there, bro. Think about the moon. The moon is like the reflection of the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So like the moon is really like, because the moon rules the tides, the ocean. It's the atmosphere. Like the moon is just a reflection of the atmosphere at certain positions based upon the sun. You know what I'm saying? Which I hate calling it that, but the event. So we're like what people think a day is really something like so after the fact. Like people think like that is happening right now, but that could have been spawned like 3 cycles ago. If you get what I'm saying, like that flash that we're seeing, like that's some after the like daytime light is second hand. It's the after shit. It's what we're just seeing, what's being emitted from the friction, from that interaction of this body of water and that body of water outside of this one. You know what I'm saying? And that's what created this atmosphere for anybody to be here. It's not just something, just niggas don't even know what the fuck is going on yet. We get the Dolo the Pilot Man type of spirits, and anybody else that be in that Uriel chakra energy and shit. You just, you know what I mean? You get treated as if like you don't exist, bro. But you be dropping the hardest facts. You be dropping the most bars on people's heads and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the Anvil cartoons and shit. Yeah, I be dropping like bars on people's heads, bro. They don't even understand. I drop anvils and shit. I come through and drop like Lil Wayne. Pick the world up and I'ma drop it on your fucking head. Like I do that. You know what I'm saying? And then they world is like tiny, so like they just be in it, or they really be of it. I be in it, not of it. You know what I'm saying? So I can like jump in it, take myself out at will, look at it for what it is, seeing all these little roaches scattering everywhere. You know what I mean? Not to like put people down, but I'm looking at the energy, like not the actual people. People could change their ways and shit, maybe sit their ass down like this. Maybe enough people sat down for about an hour or two, maybe for an hour, a minute, hour and 28 minutes, and went live or something, or did something else. You get what I'm saying? Who knows? The world will probably be a different place. Maybe you have more fucking. Maybe you be getting paid more, nigga. Maybe you wouldn't have. Maybe the taxes would just go away. Maybe they'd start paying you to like clean up your backyard. Yeah, maybe they would pay you to clean up your house. You wouldn't even have to go work at somebody's business. Your house would then become the business, where people come to your house for the cement being produced, or your house for the goddamn cardboard. Instead of you going to Walmart and taking Walmart cardboard. You know what I'm saying? Do you even know how to make cardboard? See, that's the energy we need to be in, bro. And I'm not snitching right now, but like this is how bad it's getting, dude. I'm not even gonna get them on camera. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's getting bad out here, dude. If we got to resort to grabbing fucking cardboard out of Walmart, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I'm just making a point. I don't even know how to grow my own goddamn food each day. So it's bad enough I gotta like sometimes, you know, when the government EBT niggas, you know what I'm saying? Really, I shouldn't be buying whatever it is I be buying. I need to maybe budget better, but hey, you know, y'all niggas must work for Walmart, huh? They must work for Walmart then. You know what I mean? It's getting bad out here, dude. That's all. Just hey, shit, niggas you might need to make a cardboard box house one of these days. I had to, nigga. I had to make a whole goddamn cardboard reality at one point, nigga, just to like make sure I didn't get rained on and shit. I'm trying. Hey, you might need to. You never know. Cardboard is like very practical in all kind of ways and shit. They probably getting ready to move somewhere or something or some shit or whatever the fuck. I guess maybe that cardboard's there for anybody to just come by and take it. Am I wrong, Walmart? Let me know if I'm wrong, Walmart. You know what I mean? Sun van. Yeah, I still don't see no sun moving anywhere. I don't know what light is moving, dude. You know what I mean? Niggas think they came from outer space. Here's the funny part. They did. It's not how they think. If you're an earthling and you think you come from out here and you're a human body and you're the body and shit, you're this flesh, you most likely are from out here. You're from outer space. You're absolutely right. You didn't come from out the sky. Don't try to claim that. For y'all people out there, don't even try to claim some native shit that y'all don't even fucking know about. I've been drawing ghosts since I was 2 years old, nigga. I seen an actual ghost face when I was little. You could go listen to my song. Yeah, let me play it. Shout out Kodak Black, man. Maybe be in a more favorable place because that nigga's gone. I'm telling y'all right now, anybody that man, that nigga's gone. I'm telling you, dude. I hate to say that, but that man is gone, man. Kodak Black is gone. Like his mind went somewhere else, bro. Still knew the perk was fake, but I still ate. Gone, bro. Like, gone, bro. So like niggas got money for no reason, dude. Why do these niggas got millions of dollars in fake ass jewelry and shit? I ain't doing videos with Johnny Dang and shit. And Johnny Dang was like, yeah, I'm gonna take all your money, nigga. That's what Johnny Dang was thinking. Them Vietnamese cats don't play, bro. Them Asian cats don't play about they shit. They know what the fuck they doing, bro. Them niggas know how to make money. Ran through my third eye, I got tunnel vision. This is the Gemini mixtape. I got a Gemini. Really, there's a Gem in you. I should have called it that. But, you know what I mean? It's called Call. I remixed the Call in My Spirit. I got tunnel vision. Had to open my mind, then I opened the bins. Like you gotta sell your soul for them to pay attention. Fuck all that playing. Now I'm grown, I put my heart in it. It's like every song I'm on, calling my spirit. It's like every song I'm on, I'm calling my spirit. Yeah, my God ain't got a body, I know they fear it. Cause they know that they wrong. It's a Gemini. Tell me why they try to cast stones at me. Yeah, they let it cast stones. Then a Grim Reaper dig a ditch filled with bones. Bring the bitch down, gonna take her whole home. Air when the window flowed on. Air? Scared me like you seen a ghost. I seen a ghost face when I was like 4. True story. San Francisco. Ask my mother. And Jennifer Duke, it was all 3 of us in their living room. And friends popped up on the second story. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was transparent. No hair, no facial expression, just like just a face, just a face, just a face. Now that I think about it, I was going through a phase. It's in life, I done seen the air moving in different phases. It's like it. I've been listening to the voices, I don't like it. Sometimes they be telling me to do things that are unlikely. Rain through my first eye, cause I got tunnel vision, tunnel vision. Had to open my mind, then I opened the bins. Like you gotta sell your soul for them to pay attention. Fuck all that playing, now I'm grown, I put my heart in it. Had to get down with that chrome, show them niggas I'm serious. And it's like every song I'm on, I be calling my spirit. Yeah, real shit. Real shit. I seen the ghost face when I was like 4. Which is crazy because that's like my energy, like screaming the ghost face. The natives was the real ghost faces and shit. So like, I had that ability, bro. Bruh, I've been seeing shit. Like, I don't, I don't be seeing shit nowadays. Maybe if I like, uh, cleanse my body better, cleanse my body and shit. But I be having dreams and shit, crazy dreams and shit. Yeah, fuck it. That'll like change your life right there, bro. You see a fucking face, just a face. Y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand, dude. Just a face, clear, transparent. It was in an apartment, San Francisco, on Haight Street in Buchanan, 311, in the Jets. It used to go down right there on Haight Street. Seen some shit. That face was the highlight of the goddamn my time there. My 9 years in San Francisco. It was like 8 years really, but nigga, I lived a whole like mini life, a whole like grown like I really grew up real early and shit, man. I was getting on buses and shit, getting off. My mom would leave, drop me off. I'd have to get on the bus to school. I was going to school and shit. My mom would drop me off. She had to go to work, whatever, or go take care of my brother or some shit. My brother was like special needs and she was autistic, so she don't have to help my brother with certain shit. My mom's a fucking chiefess. My mom fucking, she might not have like had financial success and all this business career type of success, but my mom was a hustler, dude. Shout out to Dolo. My mom had like 3 jobs. We living like life, we got robbed. That type of shit. The government got us fucked up. But yeah, man, used to get on the bus and shit by myself, bro. And I had to remember, like, all right, I could get on this bus. It would come at a certain time, and then I'd have to get off at a certain stop. And I think my mom would like remind the bus driver, but I usually I'd pay attention, and I would like, push the button or whatever. Like I knew where to get off, and I'd get off at the bus stop to get on the next bus that would take me up more to get to my school. And I did that for like years. I was already doing grown up shit. Moving around, walking around. I don't know if a lot of y'all ever been to San Francisco and shit, but if you know, it's like real hilly and stuff. Like the way they designed and built the city. All right, first of all, they built San Francisco like on top of landfill, and they added a bunch of sand out there. So like the bay, it used to be more water probably, but they added a bunch of like landfill and shit so they could build on top of that area and shit. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's more to that. I'm gonna probably have to research that one of these days, as far as like all the different influences. But I know that San Francisco was based off of like Catholicism and shit, and then trying to probably move natives more out here and the gold rush, and after all that, and well, during that, you know, because the natives was fighting for the land still and shit, and niggas was just not like letting niggas take gold and shit, and kill the bears and shit, and kill all the deer and stuff. Like a lot of shit happened, but the main energy of like San Francisco was like some Catholicism, them trying to convert the natives into Catholicism practices. Saint Francisco, you know what I mean? That goes back to like probably Italy or like Spain or some shit. You know what I mean? Some European shit. They had a lot of fries, Frias or Frias. A lot of quote unquote like Mexican people or Spanish. A lot of people got that last name Frias. It was Fries though. That last name was Fries, and that's really what the. And there's a store out here in Arizona called Fries, but Frys. It's not. It don't matter, but it's the same kind of energy. Like they came over here, and that was a practice that they did because natives was fighting for our shit. So they started resorting to manipulative type of tactics, like setting the land on fire, scorching the earth. That's in the Bible. Um, God raining, fire and brimstone. Yeah, that was about them fucking launching cannonballs and shit at the natives and shit. You know what I mean? After they built warships. You know what I mean? They built warships and shit. Brought them shits over here. After they came here, settled enough, and they're like, we could get used to this, and they started bringing everybody over. And it ain't been the same since. But it has been the same. It's literally the same shit going on. So it's weird, like people getting treated like natives that aren't even natives and shit, and the natives dealt with it first. So that's where it gets really weird too. Like even now, like with the California fires and shit, that's how I'm looking at them shit. I grew up out there. I was dealing with that shit my whole life on the news and shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sonoma. You know what I mean? That was a big fire that happened a few years ago before like the COVID and shit. But the Sonoma fire was big. I don't know if that was like started by somebody or a lot of times they might say like, oh, somebody smoking a cigarette and threw it out the window and lit a bunch of shrub on fire. But like, I don't be believing none of that shit, dude. Because PG&E, man, and then the PG&E explosion that happened in San Bruno years ago and shit, that could have been prevented. But PG&E, it's proof like they just like fuck it, they didn't check on that shit or nothing or whatever the case may be. But like that shit could have been stopped or prevented. But like something happened with that PG. I think that was some shit too, dude. Even the Hawaii fire, if you get what I'm saying. So you could take it back. Like they was setting the planes on fire and shit. You know what I mean? I gotta play that. Just a quick little. Speaking of fire and shit, with the Mars energies and the Aries and stuff, right? That really happened. You know what I mean? Like to move the natives were from where they were at. You know what I mean? And it's like they are in some of the story, right? In his story, they side of it. There's some websites that'll say, or there's some information out there that'll say like the natives migrated west. No, nigga. No mother trucker. The natives were forced to move and migrate west and shit like that. Niggas wasn't just like packing up and like, all right, we're leaving. No, nigga. If niggas wasn't leaving, it was big old battles and shit. Or them setting the land on fire. That was the majority of what happened. And they got that practice from the natives, because the natives, we would do control burns and shit for agricultural purposes and home, the longhouses and shit, and the as far as setting boundaries and things of that nature, right? But they was like clearing out dense like forestation and vegetation because the natives was on guerrilla warfare type of time and shit. We'd be in the trees and shit. Like I said, my dad he knew how to climb trees. I actually got the green tape. I got an album slash mixtape, but it's an album, you know, because it's officially released as an album. My pictures, it was like a few years ago when I was in Vegas and shit. That was actually during 2020. My my female friend, you know, at the time, and we kind of parted since then, but at the time, you know, me and her went to a park and shit. She took a picture. You know, I made her take a picture. Well, I didn't make her, but I was like, here. I climbed up in the tree. She took a picture of me. You know what I mean? So that was like the green tape, my album cover and shit. Which now I know why I did that. You know what I mean? So, you know, going back to the Ewoks and shit, the minis and stuff. But, a lot of things start to make sense. So I want to say this retrograde, this Mars retrograde in Cancer, like for me was very positive, even though it was like a lot of trauma and a lot of pain and stuff coming to the surface, and me having to you know, make certain realizations about certain things and just look at myself, right? Ultimately though, yeah, it was like overall it was a good evaluation phase or transition to really like go back and look at certain things, deal with certain things, you know, maybe heal. You know what I mean? Where's Chiron at? For me, I got a Chiron in Virgo, so like this was for sure a time for me where, because my Mars in Virgo is in like my fourth house, so for sure like I was dealing with all kind of like Chiron shit that I might have not dealt with, and I was homeless for like homeless because everywhere I go I'm at home. This is my home, and I got an internal home that I created first before the external shit. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this type of body and me knowing like, okay, I'm in mama, I'm in the atmosphere, I'm in the womb. You know what I'm saying? So you're always like in a womb to some degree. Like you're never gonna not be in the atmosphere. You always gonna have a mind that you gotta seek your spirit in and drive around like God's in the back seat type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But you always gotta create a new mind that best fits the current, the next, you know what I'm saying? The next current. So really, that's what, you know what I'm saying? You just create a solid mind to begin with that could withstand any current. You should be okay for the most part. You're gonna have to adjust and tweak things, but when you know, when you're in tune with nature and shit, you could peep game enough, and you like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. Let me, and you just kind of like readjust your spaceship or craft out a new mind that's more suitable. You know what I mean? You don't want to get lost in a mimic or in a, you know what I mean? You don't want to get lost in one of your minis. This is like how we got here in a lot of ways. Us getting lost in so many minds and shit. And then we created a world of teamwork makes the dream work as such. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's deep. It's deep. And then there's spirits that are more aware of this that probably been here longer. And then there's more newer spirits and shit that is just like, they, you know what I mean? They ain't got no business probably watching any of my videos. They ain't got no business listening to no niggers. They need to listen to a few NIGGERs and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's like another reason why I ain't like maybe in some type of position that celebrities be in, or like how come I ain't promoted myself so much or up until this point. Like I said, a lot of ways I made certain decisions and choices because it's, you know, once you know better, you're supposed to do better. So if you don't know no better, then you get grace to some degree. But like in a lot of ways, God, all possibilities, or the Great Spirit was keeping me protected. You know what I mean? And God ain't gonna give you nothing you can't handle. So you know, I got my battle scars and shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, I ain't put myself out here so much because not a fear, but just knowing like this world ain't for me like that, and I didn't try. You know what I mean? I didn't had plenty of experiences. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what else is there for me to do, bro? I done already like reached the NBA. Like, I already been to the NBA. I mean, I had a whole NBA experience in my high school as a high school basketball player, AAU and shit like that. You know what I mean? Actually, at my high school, like my coach took us to San Diego one time for our senior year and shit. We lost all our games, but nigga, I was living like a star, dude. I've been living like a star my whole life, bruh. And I'm grateful for the fact that I always created good people in my surroundings, or like, you know what I'm saying. Like I attracted these. I had to have attracted these good experiences. So somewhere along my path, I kind of got lost from how, I don't know. In a lot of ways, I feel like people just kind of felt sorry for me and my family. They didn't. They maybe probably didn't say it, but I for sure was thinking that. So it had to be on other people's mind for if I was thinking it. You know what I mean? But fucking, that's besides the point. But that's that woodpecker though energy. You know what I mean? Like getting to the core of the tree trunk. You know what I mean? You was adamant enough, like just chipping away at this. You know, just chipping away at this tree, and then at some point you get your hole. You know, you create a little hole in the wall, kind of allegory, where, you know, and there might be some worms in there, or there might be some bugs you could eat, or shit, some type of a tree fluid or some shit. You know what I mean? Don't sleep on the tree fluid either. Animals be in tune, bro. It's not always about eating something. Sometimes they just trying to not drill, but get to the root, or get. You know what I mean? Like, you got to look at what an animal is really doing, and don't get lost in like a bird flying around. Like, what is the bird really doing? The bird is just being in that frequency vibration, and those thoughts and feelings, just being light or something, just so it can fly. You know what I mean? But it's just being like, nope. Man's not telling the birds how to fly around each day, but they for sure created a bunch of tools and technology and certain devices and shit that they ain't had no business doing as far as manipulating nature. Now, to some degree, they get some grace because, you know, say if they wasn't spraying chemtrails, like, who's to say that's chemtrails? Maybe they're spraying some shit in the air because there's all these fucking cars out here each day. And if they didn't spray some shit in the air, it might be some type of pollution, right? But that's gonna create some other problem because, you know, once we solve a problem, it's like we create another problem. Once we get out of a mind, we got to create another mind, and it's like there's always. But we hit a. It's almost like we hit yeah, a life, like life isn't hasn't like life stopped expanded. Life stopped expanding, so that's not good. That's not good. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are stuck in a routine, like, and probably feel stuck, but they feel like they gotta keep going about that routine. You know what I mean? Where I completely disregarded everything, including my body. Hawaii changed my life for real. Shout out to the 808. But yeah, man, I really lost my shit out there, bro. For real. But also found myself again. Like, I lost myself, and simultaneously it's like I had to find myself. But it wasn't even really like I lost or found myself. It was just certain things were in the way that were just kind of covering up, or playing out as like layers. So when all them things were like, I guess you could say distractions, even if it was create things I was doing, like my music or whatever I thought, you know what I mean? Whatever shit I was holding on to, things I thought made me, like, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, no, none of this shit make me. I know what actually makes me now. Like, I actually know who I am. Like, nigga, I'm a creator, dude. Like, for me to even get to this point, I had to be rather creative and quick on my feet, and sharp with my mind, and I look at creativity as the ability to use, well, not to use, but the ability to like attract and pull whatever resources you have around you. It's like, okay, this is what I have to work with that matters, or these are the shapes and forms that I've paid attention to, or in my, in my surroundings of awareness, based upon certain states of being and shit. Like, for example, if I was in Hawaii, that's a different state of being than New York or something. Yeah, it's like totally different. Yeah, Hawaii changed my life to the point fucking they made a new energy drink called Blue, Hawaiian Blue. Like, if you don't, like, if y'all niggas don't stop following me, bro, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. But just pay a nigga some credit. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting my spiritual credit. I'm going to get my esoteric coin. Because all life knows, like, life knows the truth. Yeah, y'all might try to get over on people and plagiarize shit, but life knows the truth. Y'all can't ever get over on God. And that's why y'all keep trying to create this synthetic ass reality that is just at some point these motherfuckers is not gonna exist for real. People are gonna have to come back out into real life. I'm already seeing it. You know what I mean? Look, people out here walking around and shit. You know what I mean? People out here moving around and stuff. When's the last time you seen anybody moving down the street? There'd be way more people. That's just one guy, right? People be out here though, bro. A lot of people be, those construction worker type of niggas. All kind of people doing shit on their own kind of time, bro. They don't like maybe work. They don't work for some company. They doing hustles and shit. You know what I mean? But a lot of people just been probably repeating the same shit that they know they tired of. You know what I mean? Like, nothing wrong with the work and stuff, but it's like people probably feel like, man, here I am doing all this. Some people, I guess, can handle it and they manage or whatever, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, man, what I'm doing, I feel like it don't equate. And it don't. Everybody you see these days, most likely, is going to die broke because there's greedy, selfish niggas in the world. And I'm talking about people. Nobody's stopping us from helping each other and working together. You have to believe in somebody else's concept of a God, or in God we trust, or capitalism, or laws, or any of that shit. You have to believe in it for it to work for you. If you don't believe in it, it's not gonna work for you. And I'm a clear demonstration of that. And I'm not the only one. There's others that was before me, my spiritual predecessors. So now I'm like in a position where I gotta create some shit for real. But like I kind of fucked myself and didn't do it right. You know what I mean? When there's times where I had opportunities to maybe like start something or initiate something, I wasn't necessarily seeing ahead, but I also wasn't trying to get too ahead of myself either. So it's weird. But that's where that Uranus Taurus, so like the Uranus Taurus or Beaver, um, changes to our stability. That was something we had to deal with in the past few years and shit. And then that's squaring the sun right now. The sun in Aquarius is at 14 degrees. Uranus and Taurus and Beaver is at 16 degrees. That's a square. Because it's within 3 degrees. You know what I'm saying? So having to learn as far as, whether you were able to act on the Uranus qualities in Taurus and create some type of new type of stability internally or externally. Mainly, you probably needed the internal one as the main one. So like internally, because Taurus is like it's more about inner securities and shit, the shapes and forms. So like that's where Taurus might appear like they slow or they think too much, but no, they're just trying to like put things in the correct correspondence. So there might be times where certain emotions aren't called for. They're gonna be more dry because that's just their nature. You know what I'm saying? They're not necessarily trying to feel what they feeling, if they even feel anything, to some degree. But it'd be that like, how can I take this emotion and feeling, and then what is the correct corresponding like box to put in. It's similar to Aquarius. Aquarius just does it more in the relationship realm, in the more in the mind and the mental realm, more airy, more the air element realm, relating ideas, exchanging, communicating. Where Taurus will be more about resources, shit that's practical, money. You get what I'm saying? Like Taurus ain't going. This is the difference between a Taurus and Aquarius. Aquarius will probably be open and willing to talk to you as far as on some humanitarian type of shit. Like on some people shit. I ain't saying Aquarius ain't focused because they right after Capricorn. So like, and they ruled by Saturn, co-ruled right by Uranus. But Aquarius, it'd be more like they have their fixed way of thinking when it comes to like communicating and exchanging ideas and relating and shit. You know what I mean? Like social media and stuff, right? Taurus will be more about, nigga, I don't want to socialize with you if we ain't talking about some money or something. Where Aquarius is probably a little bit more into other ideas and shit. You know what I'm saying? That could lead to making money, but they focal point ain't just strictly like the earth material type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If it don't matter to a Taurus, then they just won't be involved. You know what I'm saying? Where Aquarius will be like, they could be a spokesman, right? All right, for example, I might just act out my Aquarius energy amongst the public, right? I don't even ask, I don't even be asking people for money and shit. Even though, because I got Taurus aspects where I'll be like, I like value money and shit. I got my Cancers in my second house, which is the Taurus house. So like, to some degree, I'll be thinking about money and shit, but then I know like what money is. You know what I mean? And a lot of times it's just by being kind and being a certain kind of energy. Out here, if I'm getting shit for free, that don't mean like what kind of person would I be knowing like this is the land of the free and home of the brave? Like shit is free here. Like niggas make shit like whatever money y'all think y'all making, niggas make the shit for free though. I don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? So that's like probably that's a clear example of that square right there. Of that, because I'm acting it out. Of that Uranus with the Aquarius. That's a clear square right there. Like on the Aquarius side, like nigga, I'm thinking more about like not just being rebellious and changeable for no reason. No, I have a cause. I have a reason. Nigga, we need to expand up out of this shit. We need to expand out of this shit. We're like in a cage right now. We're like in a box that's outdated type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We need to switch something up. Like something got to change type of shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a new sheriff in town type of shit. You know what I mean? We got a new sheriff in town. You know what I'm saying? They roll through here checking on shit as they should, but that's why I'm here. They like y'all go take a break for a second. But yeah, like that's a clear example. Like people be bored and shit. You know what I mean? People be bored, and the old ways of making money are outdated, and you can't like it's dry. It dried up. You know what I mean? Jobs are hard to get. It's hard to keep a job now. You know what I mean? The jobs damn near like people damn near don't even be motivated because rent goes up and shit, and food got inflated. So like now, whatever might have been cool for people before, now they might be in a panic scenario, not a yeah, or like more of a sense of urgency, like oh shit, like it was good a week ago type of energies. But there's a new shift, so like y'all get where it seems like the world is like people been knew this in the world. Especially like hustlers and shit, people in the streets and shit. Like, this is just shit people pick up. You know what I'm saying? Or even like anybody really, like athletes, probably understand this. Shout out all my athletes out there and shit. 'Cause athleticism or just certain games have been created by the the Masonic programs and the Masonic handlers and the Jews and shit. These Sons of Liberty cats, Americana mafia family. They pretty much piggybacked off the natives and shit. But what I'm trying to say is like everybody's got gifts and creative abilities and shit. A lot of times they just created these containers that benefit them. You know what I'm saying? Like none of the niggas that own the NBA are playing in the game. But yet they making all the money for generations off of all these creative dudes and their ability to to like that's a spiritual ability, bro. To have to create energy like that and push it out and shoot a ball and observe the distance and closeness as far as how to go about it and successfully perform the goal. This is like spiritual shit. First, like you attacking a goal. 3D, they gonna call it a basketball hoop. You know what I'm saying? And give you some monetary monopoly reasons and shit like that. Like why are you playing basketball? You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes were supposed to just love playing basketball, not because they wanted to go get paid millions of dollars. You know what I mean? But a lot of people did go hard with playing basketball the way they did, or baseball, or football, or tennis, or whatever sport, right? Because they know they was in a certain situation where they had to take care of their family and shit like that, or they had to provide for other people. You know what I mean? Or that was their path. Like that was their path. You know what I'm saying? Or they got picked. So I think a lot of people get picked. They probably already had a family member in the league, like Stephen Curry's dad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably know a general manager or something, or they know a goddamn recruiter, or they went to a certain college. You know what I'm saying? Or they went to a certain high school, alma mater. It's all like religion. It's all religion. It's all religion. Just following the leader, the legion, the leader. But the real leaders, whoever people think they following, them niggas is following us. So it's like, if y'all see the implosion going on, you got people in I'm talking about us, the people. Like here we go as people, listening to niggas tell us how to be us, and everything that they selling us is really us and belongs to us and shit we participate with. Because I don't see these law niggas practicing Valentine's Day. I don't see them doing that. And if they do, it's some fake shit for an election or something, for a commercial or something, right? Everybody's people though. I ain't knocking nobody, but I'm just making a point. Like, why the fuck are we paying for anything? We're just paying somebody else. Now, what is going on is a bargain and gain exchange system going on. It's just we're in somebody else's bargain and gain exchange system that favors them. And they kind of fucked up the actual natural bargain and gain system that was just going on, like with the natives and the nature. You know what I mean? X amount of buffalo, X amount of eagles, X amount of wolves, X amount of bears. You know what I'm saying? X amount of beavers. You know what I'm saying? The beaver wars here with the natives and I think it was the British or whoever, the British and the French. They were working together. But the natives, the beaver wars, that's what that was about. You know what I'm saying? Europe, you could go look it up. Europe fucking, they pretty much extincted all the beavers in Europe. Beavers went extinct at some point. So that's why they was so heavy over here and that's what the beaver wars was about. They got greedy. You know what I mean? They got greedy. Yeah, because they went and killed all their beavers. And they didn't know like how to practice some type of moderation, which I got a part of that. Like that's where it plays out. Like I got that part of my side or mixture in my energy where I need to learn moderation. I think that's just a spiritual thing we all trying to figure out. But the native energy is better at that than some greedy motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like I gotta create. Just for me to get to this point, I've had to At times, I had to have some type of moderation. You know what I mean? Might have been, I ain't like perfect how I might want to have a certain type of moderation in my head, how I imagine it. But compared to like a lot of people, I think I'm doing pretty fucking darn good. I done pretty darn good. There's people that never fasted a day of their life. They've been eating food every day, their whole life for years. You know how bad, you know how unhealthy that is? Maybe the only time they had a break was like when they were sick, or if they had a salad, maybe something light, you know what I mean? Or like a day where maybe they didn't, maybe they ate once that day or something, or twice. Most people think they gotta eat every day, bro. And then look at what people are eating every day, like bread, which is fucking synthetic, man-made microorganisms that are dead, like dead, and they require water. So it's like it's some synthetic creature they made in a lab that thrives off of life, and it's called yeast. It's called yeast. 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 And then they got yeast extract, which is dead yeast that they use for seasoning, which is probably not as bad for you. If you're gonna eat that, that's not as bad for you. But just know that's still sick. It's like shaved yeast flakes. I don't even know how to like particle. They're like, it's like a, this shit is sick, and then that shit gets in your blood, and then you're like fucked. So I used to eat like DiGiorno pizzas, all kind of sandwiches, waffles. Maybe not waffles. I don't know if waffles got yeast in them. I think waffles was alright. But still, that's like, you know what I mean? I used to eat the worst shit, dude. No wonder I'm not like, I didn't start my own NBA or something. I probably, if I was like eating healthier, not have so much junk in me and shit, not as far as my mind, I probably would have been more open minded to the idea like, let me create my own type of basketball thing or something at the time with like my friends or something. Cause we was hooping, dude. Niggas was hooping, bro. We just never came to really like, we was so in life, bro. We just never really thought about like, hey, let's make a like a TV show out of this or something. You know what I mean? Because we were just so lost into the actual, what we were participating with, if you will. You know what I mean? Or I might have try to strike up conversations here and there, and just, motherfuckers was kind of like they didn't want to do certain shit at the time, which I get it. Especially like somebody like me, you know what I mean? Everybody wanted to act like we was gonna do some shit, but then I'm like, all right, here I am. I'm the nigga that's gonna be on stage. I'm not the nigga that's gonna go find me a stage type of energy, right? And then nobody was like building me. Nobody was trying to help me build a stage or maybe create a stage. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was more in the energy of trying to compete with me on some survival shit when I was just trying to survive my whole life. Niggas trying to compete with me. Like, here I am doing something to kind of like try to like be original and be myself and protect myself, or do be myself and be creative and shit. And here you go, we got like niggas want to hate on that, or like try to stop me from doing that, or put me down. You know what I mean? Trying to make fun of me or something for the way I think or how I do it. You know what I mean? Even if they don't say it or show it, I peep game. I peep energies and stuff. You don't gotta say shit to me. You know what I mean? So I know I ain't perfect. I was in my own darkness and shit at one point. I used to call myself Dark Flare on RuneScape. Y'all remember RuneScape? That was a computer video game. But yeah, fucking. Let me get back to these alignments real quick, because my phone's on 10. So yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard out here for a pimp. And I'm not a pimp, but it's hard out here for a player. You gotta like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you create something new with nothing? So, how do you create new resources with nothing? So that's like really where we're at. We gotta create whole new resources, and that takes time because you gotta create a whole nother atmosphere. So this world is finished. Like they sewed it up. They reaped it. You know what I mean? They raped it. They sewed it up. You reap what you sow. They reaped it. They were gonna reap what they sowed. They sewed it up. So now they're gonna reap what they sowed. Like soda. Alright. But that's pretty much what that Uranus and Taurus shit. Whether you created some type of new stability, you know what I mean, internally, externally, that's gonna, help you internally. And whether that just learning about like whether you did that or not, you know what I'm saying? Being able to see and relate that in a fixed kind of way, Aquarius, and act on it, or you're able to see it, communicate it, speak on it, associate it with the world, you know what I mean? With the public arena, relate the ideas, right? Communication. What's a communion? You know what I mean? It's like a gathering or a grouping to commune. And then Uranus and Taurus, you know what I mean? So like, that's what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I pretty much created a new way of being stable by subconscious. It's like I did this shit subconsciously because I got a 12th house Taurus / Gemini. So like my Mercury's in Gemini, but like my 12th house is like kind of overlapping a little bit. So I got like Taurus there. So I pretty much had to gain comfortability with my subconscious and create some stability there, which I did. I pretty much put myself through the ringer and subconsciously went through fucking hell for real. Got broken down. The atmosphere broke me down. I almost died in Hawaii and shit with staph infection. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Sun in Aquarius. But no, I literally could have almost died, bro. I was on bed rest for a week. I was limping around before that, like trying to like patch myself up with antibiotics and bandages and trying to keep my fucking, cause my knee, it was like some wounded knee reoccurring energy from a past life, that wounded knee energy where my leg was like damn near whoo, and then I had a scar right here, right there, a whole bunch of other scars on my legs. I think I had this one. No, that's like from when I fell or something. Mainly my legs. I might have had maybe a couple like on my wrist or something. Mainly my legs. I'll show y'all, bro. This was like bad, dude. Not this one that I'm covering my thumb up with, but this right there. That right there. That's like a gap. That's like a nice. That's got depth in it. You know what I mean? Where's the other one? I had some right there and stuff. Hold on. The main. Where's another one? Not these fresh scars. Not these fresh scars. Not these ones. Not these white ones, but like these ones right here. Boom. Right there. Right there. I think, oh yeah, that's a main one right there. Look at that. That was a big ass fucking pus filled, just oozy scar. A scab, but it was like, fuck, dude. My shit was fucked, dude. I was getting fucked up by that shit. Don't ever go to Hawaii and not be prepared to possibly get this staph infection shit. I just caught it just by being out there. I think it was a temperature change. It for sure was some spiritual shit where I had like shit that I just needed to like get out of my body. Probably that could have been, you know what I'm saying, some yeast shit. But I think it was just a temperament thing. I went out to Hawaii in the winter time. I was in the fucking freezing cold of Vegas, and then I went out to Hawaii where it was like tropical. So it was probably like my body went into shock and was for sure not aligned with like the winter. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just in dry ass cold Vegas, and you know what I mean. Then I go out to fucking Hawaii and shit. You know what I mean? Like $300. I paid $300 to get out there, and then I had like $300 when I got out there. I didn't know no. I was on the Big Island. Shout out to Hilo. Shout out to Hilo. That's where I touched down at. Or Hilo. You know what I'm saying? Hilo type shit. That's my energy out there. HI. So that's really why I went out there. I realized I was like, is that? I was like, HI. High noon. Wait, Cancer. Tropics of Cancer. Yeah, it started like coming to me. I was like, man, let me go out to Hawaii, man, before I like die or something one of these days, trying to like go to work and shit. Yeah, you could die. You don't know, bro. You could die any second, bro. I'm like, man, I'm not the fucking. I don't got like hella money and shit or nothing. But I was like, man, fuck it, dude. I'm going to fucking Hawaii, bro. Let me live my life. Nigga, I didn't have shit. But no, more than $300, bro. And all my gear and stuff, and my laptops and shit, whatever I had. But like, yeah, dude. I was like, man, fuck it. Probably not the best idea, but it wasn't the worst. I knew nobody else was doing it. I was like, man, ain't nobody else finna do this shit. And sure enough, when I got out there, it was niggas that was on that kind of time. So I met people like me in some interesting kind of way, but like in the lower octave. A lot of them, like I said, a lot of them people out there was like getting high and shit. If they wasn't from there, you know what I mean? A lot of people wasn't from there, but they ended up like being out there for like a couple years or whatever. So they was more familiar with being out there and shit. But I was like, this is crazy, bro. There's niggas out here off of blues, bro, and tweak. And the police didn't do a goddamn fucking thing. They wouldn't do a fucking thing about it. You know what I mean? I remember one dude told me he got stopped by the police one night with all kind of shit on him. They let him go. He was a white dude. White dude, you know what I'm saying? From Alaska. This nigga, bro. Yeah, it was crazy out there. Y'all don't understand what, like, life is crazy. People out there, man, if y'all don't go live your life, man, get out of this little, like, bitch ass routine you be in. Stop being scared. A lot of y'all got, like, enough money to, like, be cool. At least maybe go a state over or something. Try to go do something different. I ain't telling you to be dumb about it, but I'm just sharing my experience because that's how I gained some type of new way of creating stability for myself. Nigga, I went through the most uncomfortable shit I could possibly ever go through. As far as like just my own physical well-being being compromised, and I'm on the brink of death on an island that I really had, like, I'm not from there. You know what I'm saying? I had no family around, nobody. You know what I'm saying? I had already lost my shit, my phone, and like I lost all my gear and stuff. So I was pretty much like defeated. Like I was defeated. Yeah, I couldn't be no more defeated than what I was. I was trying to sleep on the beach. Yeah, I was sleeping on the beach at this time. It was lovely, and it's it was very peaceful in its own way. But then it'd be cold and stuff. It wasn't ideal. You know what I mean? Couldn't just light a fire at will. The police would come through, the beach patrol and shit. They check on people, make sure they ain't like just lighting fires and shit. And they probably tell you to put it out before you get a ticket or something. They was cool out there though. Like the police was mad cool out there, bro. I didn't have no police problems out there. You know what I mean? If anybody told us like if we had a fire, they would just tell us like, hey, just put the fire out. You know what I mean? We just put the fire out, bro. No need to give somebody a ticket, dude, for showing up at the beach, having a beach experience. Because who the fuck lives at the beach? Nobody. You know what I mean? Like I was for a moment, but not like I knew I was like just not every day. I'm just at the beach sleeping and living. Yeah. But that shit was cool though. Being out there just in the middle of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? That was for sure some Taurus in the 12th house shit. That's some Taurus in the 12th house shit. If if I'm not a spin example of my alignments, at least I know I need a straight jacket, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Or a kung fu karate jacket or something. But man, Taurus in the 12th house. That's literally like a piece of like stability just out there in the middle of the ocean. 12th house. You know what I'm saying? So like, I did that intuitively. My body was like, man, let's go do this. I was like, okay, body, let's do it. I'm not scared. So I was always like the captain of my own shit, but I'd like talk to myself and talk to my other parts of myself and be like, hey, what do y'all think about this? And I might sit on that for like however long, right? That might have been an idea that started back in 5th grade, like 10 years ago. But I had to build myself up to it, you know what I mean? I couldn't just like go out there willy-nilly, which is like pretty much what I did, but God's not gonna give you nothing you can't handle. I met a lot of good people out there, man. Shout out to Hawaii, bro. I met a lot of good ass people out there, bro. A lot of people that helped me out. I met God for real. I really met God for real. You know what I mean? I had to get away from this bullshit mainland to do it, which is kind of fucked up. But and that's why I feel like they even set the fire, dude, because I went out there. I ain't trying to make everything about me, but in a lot of ways, and to some degree, the shadow government niggas, they know I was out there, bruh. They know how important that was for me, dude. They know my grandpa died in Hawaii, dude. In Honolulu and shit. They know that. Out there in Maui and shit. They know my grandpa was out there, bro. They know natives got probably moved out there at some point. But and then that was like a ploy to get the natives that were Hawaii natives, because the Hawaii natives were like, I don't want to go into that, but they were native though. That was their home and shit. If they was born there, you know what I'm saying? They might have been a mixture of a whole bunch of shit, but that's a whole nother conversation. But that's for sure a May ploy, where they was probably trying to get rid of now they doing the same thing in Hawaii, bro. Gentrification, set fire to the land, make niggas move. A lot of the Hawaiians probably moved out here. I know they did. Or went to Vegas or something. You know, they had to come here to the mainland, bro, because the fuck? Your home was destroyed. But then they probably realized, like, this ain't no better. You know what I mean? They could have probably just stayed there and fought. That's what Haitians did. But a lot of Haitians came out here. And I want to say, oh yeah, fun fact too, because I found this out in summer. Chicago was founded by a Haitian man, and I put two and two together. Most likely, whoever that was, or whoever that group of Haitians were working with the French during the Indian Wars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that, where it wasn't just like Haitians were out here. No, they had help. You know what I mean? With the goddamn the mafia niggas. Otherwise, Chicago wouldn't have been a main mafia hub for all the niggas with the Tommy guns and UFO bucket hats and the pinstripe outfits and the suits, the zoot suits. Them niggas really came and gave out smoke, bro. Imagine a bunch of Quaker niggas, bro, with like weird little like hats and shit. But they got like a certain little outfit uniform, dude, and then the high socks, like the church high socks, and they be wearing like dress shoes and shit in the mud, and you be like, these niggas showed up to a land they just didn't belong in, ever. We tried to help them out. We tried to introduce them to our ways, but they was fraud, dude. So it's not all bad. We got because we got good. It's not all bad, bro. We got good. There's a lot of good things in place. There's just a lot of things that need to change. Uranus and Taurus. So let's act on that shit. Why are we prolonging the inevitable, y'all? And I'm not saying you gotta go be homeless, but maybe some of y'all do need to be fucking homeless. Might teach you something. So I hate to even say that, but that's the reality, bruh. Because whatever I do is like people are gonna follow behind me and do it in some kind of weird way, like where they don't even know what they doing. But I know my influence is such an impact in this world because I'm not just one being here. I'm like a collection of beings that make up a body, and then us as a body, I'm intertwined with other beings that think alike. So we really be like watching over this little, I'll be like looking down on myself a lot of times, like for real. Then I'll be like trying to keep my head up because I know I'll be looking down on myself too much sometimes. So I gotta like, I gotta weed chop eat. Gotta pull it down, take it in, and then express it out. You know what I mean? Because truly nothing is like, you gotta make everything. So it's like, man, shit is deep, bro. It's not no like regular shit, bro. I don't know why I think niggas thought it was like just some material shit. You know what I mean? They just got lost in that one side of things and they just was seeing green, seeing gold, and got gold fever and shit like that. This is God. Like, this is God playing out, dude. A guy earlier brought me, he gave me some food, dog. I'm happy for this. You know what I'm saying? Like the beans and stuff. Cause my EBT, like, it's hard to stretch the EBT. I don't know, is that celery? I don't know what that is. But I see him walking through here and shit. He be having like a little cane, a little older dude and stuff. I'm grateful, bro. Yeah, that was God at work, bro. Just a simple act of kindness, somebody sharing. You know what I mean? And I guess it starts with me, dude. So that's why I'm starting to realize more. Like, it's a balance, though. I can't be too loving and too nice, and I can't be too like hateful. So I'm just give me a moment, y'all. I'm figuring out this little balance, equilibrium shit of not being too heavy and not being too light, but not being too light and not being too, because if you're too light, that becomes heavy, and when you're too heavy, you might just get heavier. But sometimes you gotta equalize whatever how much light you just added. You might have added so much light and been in such an information. You might need to add some heaviness to kind of balance it out, to kind of bring yourself back into reality. You know what I mean? So like that's what I had to do a lot of times. Like I went through some dark ass shit, but it played out back. It played out like in reverse. Like, so it is about keeping things light, but it's also knowing like the starting point, why things were light, and then why you like let things to become heavy. So that's like really where I'm coming from. It wasn't just me like just being heavy. No, but you got to release. Like that's really what I'm saying. I'm not here to hold shit in. You know what I mean? I'm as negative as I might appear to be. You know what I mean? That's for me to realize like, okay, let me not eat so much spiritual shit to the point where or just maybe certain thing I might eat the wrong shit spiritually. If y'all kind of get what I'm saying? You eat too much, you get a stomach ache. You get full. At some point you're gonna feel that. You're gonna have to take a shit. And that might play out like physically me in some kind of overly whatever it is. Some usually an emotion. Because that's what I'm here to learn how to deal with. But I be so much in the emotions and feelings. It's hard for me to get out of these things because this is the world I'm in. So it's like if I'm in the ocean as a sea creature, or I'm like on the beach, because kind of Cancerian is also like somebody that's just like at the beach. You're on the land. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't necessarily like I have a choice. I could jump in and you know what I'm saying, but it's more about what's the best example for it? It's like, because it's directing water. So like a fireman. In a lot of ways, I'm like a fireman, dude. My mom's dad was a fireman. My grandpa, one of my grandpas, which is crazy. All right, this is a fun fact. Both of my grandpas were named Charles, and then my mom's name is Charlotte. So like somewhere I got lost into some like charlatan energies, just on some spiritual shit, like trying to be too trying to be too like I could save the world when I know I can't. All I could do is like, if anything, I could barely take care of myself and save myself. So like, not necessarily like I'm trying to save people, but it might play out like it might look like that to other people, like, oh, this nigga's too good or something, or like I didn't think it was a bad thing to not have tattoos and to want to help people and to want to love your neighbor, love thy neighbor and shit. I thought that was a good thing. I thought that's what they made the Bible about and shit, right? I thought that's what people was going to church for, right? To learn how to be like a better person and feel better about themselves. I thought that's what everybody was trying to do, right? Feel better about themselves. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Or people are clouded up under the shroud of darkness, and the puppet master niggas want everybody to be depressed, and the only way you could really see the light at the end of the tunnel is if you get through the darkness. And that's a whole psyop witchcraft, tear you down and build you back up. They be practicing on niggas to then turn me into a goddamn story 100 years from now. White man Jesus. You know what I'm saying? There was never a white Jesus. Ever. Because I don't see no white man displaying these traits. I don't see no white man displaying traits of caring about the next person. And that might just be my role. You know, that might not be for everybody. So just let me be my character. That's how I look at it. Just let me be. Can I live? Like Jay-Z said, the Sagittarius. Can I live? I got a Jupiter in Sag. Can I live? Are y'all just gonna keep trying to control the current of life? And you're not God. One day y'all ain't gonna have no current to control, because motherfuckers like me I don't even want to flow. You know what I mean? I don't even want to like give y'all no river to like manipulate. That's really what I realized. They've been manipulating me the whole time. So let me stop participating. Then okay, you see how that works? Now I'm no longer getting manipulated. Oh, okay, now you see how that works? Oh, now I'm no longer able to just get all the perks and the benefits of the man-made world and shit, of the God.gov world. Now I'm an outcast and shit. Now they're trying to cast me out and move me to the side and shit like that. You know, so where if I was like more agreeable, like literally, if I believed in they shit, I bet you I have about 10,000 jobs right now. I bet you I'd be on fucking a Nick Cannon show right now. I bet you I'd be on some pandering ass goddamn Umar Johnson interview right now. I bet you I'd be on Say Cheese. You know what I'm saying? I bet you I'd be on some Luciferian Fox News channel. I bet you I'd be all trending viral on TikTok. All the people that fucking record me in real life that I don't ask. I don't ask nobody to record me, but yet people are willing to record me since I'm putting on a goddamn performance. You know what I'm saying? If somebody if they like what they see, they might want to record me. If people think I'm tripping, they might want to record me. What is the main what is the main message being displayed right now? You got one group of niggas just recording niggas like Pee Wee Herman perverts, just recording people, put you on a porn website, or put you on a world star, or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with the positive shit, but the weird shit, like just recording niggas to just do what later? Like, what's the point of that? You just want to record me every time I come into the store and shit like that? Or y'all look at it like y'all should have figured out your own way to reproduce seeds again, since y'all think y'all like, where's y'all great spirit at? Like, this how they think, bruh. This how they think, bro. Oh, okay, where's your great spirit at now? Type of shit. Because we can't grow, you know what I'm saying? That's how they look at it. Like, where's your great spirit producing the seeds now? Like, dumbass, we're not taught, like, y'all think it's still some physical shit. This is mental shit first, dude. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had no air to breathe today. Nigga, because when I go to sleep, I'm adding my participation to the teamwork makes the dream work. And I know I'm not here alone. It took the fish, it took the alligators, it took the bugs, it took other humans. I'm not a human, but I'm having a human experience. It took other people, it took other creatures involved, it took other life forms, trees, fucking rocks, minerals. Well, we make that shit, but in a lot of ways, yeah, that's a part of us. Like, this is how you have a body, a bone structure. Calcium, isn't calcium what on a one of the minerals and shit? One of these minerals, the periodic table and shit. The fuck, niggas going to buy calcium pills. A lot of niggas got rocked to sleep too, bro, with the cell salts. Y'all niggas kind of like got pandered, bro. A lot of y'all niggas got kind of rocked to sleep a little bit. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to y'all, whoever y'all know who I'm talking about. Pushing cell salts and shit. You never knew what a cell salt was. The Dolo to the Parliament didn't bring it up. I'm tired of that shit too. People just bringing up shit that they don't fucking even know about, for real. I don't talk about shit that I don't talk about. I don't promote or push things that I don't really fucking know how it was made to begin with. A lot of people just be eating shit up and accepting some shit. You know what I mean? Nigga could tell you anything, bro. This is how, like, this is really, like, y'all need to, like, really peep game. This is not me dissing Dolo or nothing, but I met enough Sagittariuses in my life to know that these niggas are hell of a liars. Sagittariuses could tell a story. I don't even want to look at it like lying, but Sagittarius energies, Sagittariuses could tell a fucking story, dude. And you might be convinced. You know what I'm saying? If you're gullible enough, you're gonna be convinced, like they telling you some real shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Let me go back to my Hawaii time. I met a Sagittarius in Hawaii, dude. I don't even know if he. Now that I think about it, I can't even say he was a Sagittarius. But in that interaction, he told me, like, at one point, this was like day, like, first thought of it. I'm not gonna go into all the details, but somewhere down the line, I'm sitting down. We're smoking some, you know what I mean? We're like smoking and shit at this Starbucks or whatever it was. We're like outside right at the table. We're just trying to chill and shit. And maybe, see what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? See if anything comes around type shit. And then fucking, bro was telling me, like, hey man, he's like, he pretty much just like opened up to me. He's like, yeah, pretty much everything I've been telling you, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only been a few days. Like, I'd see him here and there. I wasn't like, we weren't glued to each other. I'd go do my own thing. I'd catch up with him. You know what I'm saying? So he pretty much told me, he's like, yeah, like, pretty much everything I told you was like a lie. Like, dead ass, like, straight face. And I believe that. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of other shit was kind of like, he was telling me certain things. I'd be like, eh. When he told me that, he's like, everything I'm telling you has been a lie. I didn't even know what to think. I had to believe that. I don't believe in shit, but I accepted that. Like, oh, this nigga just tell me that. Like, what? Like, now you being honest? And then I couldn't even, like, he kind of fucked me up. Because I didn't even know if he was telling the truth there. You know what I'm saying? To some degree. I'm like, okay, it felt like that was honest. But then you gotta question that, because, like, that's some weird shit, dude. And I don't know what his moon sign was. He might have been a Gemini moon or something. I don't know, dude. That nigga was, like, kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of self-reflecting, just even having that experience, you know what I'm saying, out there and shit. Because I know in certain ways I had to have lied to myself just for me to here be in the body, so I could say that. But that fucked me up, dude. Because I don't even know if he was a Sagittarius. the names he told me, like where he was at. He said he came from Texas, blah 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 blah. Then at one point he was saying he was trying to get back to California and link up with his people. Like he told me a whole bunch of shit that sounded like okay, you know, if you don't know somebody and you meeting them for the first time, you know, you kind of give them some grace, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't like you ain't seen these people or nothing. So what I'm saying is that fucked me up, dude. I was like, oh hell no, bro. Here I am just listening to niggas. I got at that point I pretty much like walked away from dude. I got up and like I was like, all right. I pretty much got up and like that was the end of that. You know what I'm saying? That was the end of that. And he would kick it with this other dude that was on the island. It's like 6'6" nigga, 6'7" nigga. That was from like the south somewhere. I think like not Georgia, but like Alabama or some shit. Not Alabama, but like somewhere in this. I think that dude was from Texas or something. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You end up on an island and shit. You don't know where these niggas be. You don't know who niggas be, bruh. Cause you know how you got to that island, bruh. I know how I got to that island, bruh. And I'm not an island boy. No, I'm not no island boy. No. But you know how you get into certain situations when you put yourself like, all right, I put myself in this situation, and you meet a bunch of people also there too. Oh no, it's already like, you know what I'm saying? Like you already know. If you really looking at yourself in the face, you could kind of like size people up. Like, all right, these are just parts of myself that I already like had to deal or looked at. You know what I'm saying? Now, not to self-reflect or project onto other people, but a lot of times I was just like, nah, bro, I don't even like see myself around these cats. I mean, one dude was like a god dude and shit, and then I'd be kind of challenging him on like, okay, but what about this, that, and the third? And then there'd be certain shit he would agree with me. He was a Capricorn sun, a Cancer moon. You know what I mean? If that was even true, but that dude seemed to be more genuine. You know what I'm saying? But he was still kind of weird though, cause he was like, I don't know, like he let. All right, I'll tell you this. I'll tell y'all this real quick. Dude told me because he was a boxer. You know, he would box or whatever. So I guess he had a boxing match. I don't even know. Like who knows if this even happened, but this is a funny ass story. So I seen him one day. It'd be like the church people giving out food and shit by the beach on the side and stuff, and people would show up right like once out of the week or whatever. And then fucking bro was there. This big ass dude. He's like this big ass dude and shit. But he's like kind of like he was like low key soft though. You know what I'm saying? He was like low key soft. But you don't want to. But he was still like you don't want to challenge him though. Like you know what I'm saying? So it was like I kind of resonate with him on that time. Like here I'm like this big ass kid. You know what I'm saying? I might be like fake retarded or whatever. But don't fuck with me. You piss me off the wrong way. It's not gonna. You know what I'm saying? It can all go up for everybody. Type shit. You know, I ain't backing down from shit. But yeah, that shit was funny. Like he would just have this like kind of like childlike presence. But I remember though, like he be into like the God type of shit, and I'd be like kind of questioning him at times, like or challenging him on that. Okay, that's what I remember. Yeah, so he was a fighter and shit. He told me he had a boxing match, like a sparring match, and then he told me they partnered him up with, it was like, nothing too serious, but he was, he had a sparring match or something. And he had a Planet Fitness. He had a Planet Fitness membership. I don't know. I don't know these people, dude. I don't know where he was sparring at, but he had some type of boxing match, and they said they had him spar some like short dude, so he felt kind of weird fighting like this short ass dude because he felt like kind of awkward fighting him. And then I had my own Vegas experience, so I was able to relate to that. Like, oh yeah, like I know what I get that like trying to fight a short dude. Like it's weird as fuck. It's hard because they'd be like dodging your shit. They could see your arm coming. They can see your arm. They got like a little short neck, so they can just kind of like move their neck real quick to the side, and you like kind of like fake miss. You know what I'm saying? Or they like kind of like, you know what I'm saying? They hard to hit because they like you gotta swing down at them. But he told me like this little short dude they paired him up with the spar and shit. He said but it was like a legit boxing match. He said a few rounds or whatever it was, like 2 or 3 rounds or however many rounds, 6 or something, 5 or something. They gave him a few rounds though. The little nigga won. So I was thinking in my head, I was like, bro, how you let? I was like, bro, how you let some little nigga win, dude? This nigga was big, dude. Like, he should be destroying anybody. Like, he was bigger than me. Like, we were like probably like he was a little bit taller than me, but he for sure had like more, quote unquote, like how black niggas be. I don't even like calling niggas black, but you know that like I look at them type of beings like more of the heavier, like they created more of a heavier body, so their mind was in a heavy place. You know what I'm saying? And I look at white people, like their mind was in a white place. Their mind was in a separate place, absent from color. So they lack influence. They lack color and shit. So they don't really be too relatable. You know what I mean? They just real dry and white, and you know, if you could match with them, you know what I'm saying? They might know how to like, use you to like help them take over the world. That's about it. That's as far as it goes in the white man head. Like, how can I use you to like help me build some shit on some new property? They just trying to, you know what I mean? But that's how I look at it. Like the colors, like white is absent from color, black is the accumulation or the all the colors combined. So anybody in between, like a mixture of these terminologies, really those are terminologies, but if you had to apply it to like minds, mentalities, it could be the blackest, heaviest, darkest nigga that be the whitest dude though. Like, it'd be a white dude inside that big ass black dude. That nigga was a white dude. That nigga was a white dude. You know what I'm saying? And then like sometimes you get the quote unquote white people, they be straight niggas. They be straight niggas. I meet a lot of them. They be out here, bro. I don't see them on TV. I'll tell you that. I don't see them like. I'm not talking about Eminem. I guess you could throw Eminem. I'm not talking about Eminem. I guess I'm talking more about like Slim Jesus. No, I ain't talking. I'm just playing. I ain't talking about Slim Jesus. I'm thinking more about like Paul Wall. Yeah, Paul Wall. That's a nigga right there, or a Mexican or something. Yeah, that's like Paul Wall is not a white dude. Paul Wall is not white. He's like Spanish or like he's like he got some native in him or he got some mixture in him. You know what I'm saying? He got some nigga. He got some nigga in him. When I say nigga, I'm talking about like the Negroid that the white man was calling. So they just colonized everybody and was calling all the brown type of like we all looked same to the white man. They was just calling us all Negroids. Even this shade, like I would be a Negroid still. Doesn't matter. I'd just be a lighter shade of a Negro. Because they look at my hair or something. They're like, oh, okay, you got Negro hair. Assholes, man. Like, why are we letting these assholes run the world, man? These niggas don't run shit, man. Back to the point, man. Aquarius time, bro. The people we here, dude. I'm not finna be the martyr, bro. I'm not finna be out here trying to rally up everybody in the streets, bro. Like some goddamn cheesy ass Hollywood movie or something. I'm not finna go born supremacy either. Like, even though what I mean, when you know where you come from, you do be more aligned. You should be more the superior being and shit. Because you got more correspondence to the land. You're not just some random ass motherfucker in a random ass server, in a random ass lobby, in a random ass video game. You don't even know how you even turn the video game on, or what the video game is, or what the settings are, or how to even use the controller or the buttons and shit. You got niggas, babies, and just pushing buttons. They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? The main Rugrat babies in charge just got niggas out here pushing buttons and shit. Got a bunch of babies in the sweat factory. Kind of child abuse is going? Like, you call yourself y'all call yourselves parents, making your babies pay rent and shit. Now I get it. A lot of them got to learn how to like. They got to develop a mind and shit. They got to get to being out of their they got to get to like being a man or woman at some point. But you know how many lifetimes that's gonna take them? And y'all niggas ain't really trying to, it don't look like y'all trying to help them out. Y'all ain't trying to help them out like that. I'm talking to the Sons of Liberty cats, Amerigos and shit, the America guys and stuff, you mafia cats, you Godfather niggas, wherever y'all at watching me from a distance. Don't act like don't act like I don't like pizza and I ain't part Italian. Nigga. You better You better invite me to a goddamn one of these fucking pizza parties one of these days, bro. I'm waiting. I'm not waiting, bitch. Y'all better invite me to a goddamn pizza party. Otherwise, shit, y'all might get heartburn. You might get the worst case of heartburn ever. It's a Mars retrograde. Y'all might get the worst case of heartburn ever. You might have thought you got rid of that heartburn. You go eat like another 2 slices. Nah, y'all better pay up, better pay me some cheese, bro. Pay me that feta. I don't want no fentanyl. Trying to put fentanyl out here like I'm finna like be retarded, bro. I'm not even gonna go. I'm never going to the hospital again, for real, bro. I'm willing to just catch diabetes or catch some disease or something that I know I created for myself, or just this body's gonna decay or whatever. I'm willing to just go through you know what I'm saying? Don't If y'all out there, just know if y'all can cremate me, that'd be cool. Just cremate me on the spot, or take no, don't cremate me on the spot. Take me back to the Bay Area in Northern California and cremate me. Throw me out there, or take me to Ohio, or like take me to some ocean. Just as long as you take me to a body of water on one of these coasts, the West Coast, the Gulf of Mexico, shit, nigga, the East Coast, one of them, the Great Lakes. I even go with the Great Lakes. If y'all could take me back to the Great Lakes, that'd be cool. As far as my body and stuff when I'm gone and shit, just cremate me. I don't even give a fuck about being in a hospital. I'm not finna take no pills. Something, God forbid, my body goes into some type of shock or failure or organ failure in whatever kind of way, or imbalances. I, I'm not going to no hospital. God knows I ain't going to no fucking hospital. So I don't even think God finna even create no problems like that for me, because I'm not going to the hospital, bro. If I gotta lose a toe or lose a foot or what, nigga, I'm gonna bleed out at that point. I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna try to like sugarcoat this shit. Nigga, fuck all this shit, bro. I'm trying to prolong the inevitable, nigga. I'm not trying to be in no fucking wheelchair, getting treated like a bitch. Y'all niggas ain't shit, blood. I'm trying not to get mad, so I'm finna end this live stream. We're about only almost 3 hours in. This is gonna be to be continued because I ain't finished I ain't finished those alignments. But yeah, that's the goddamn for sure. The whole bunch of airheaded. That's a whole bunch of air energy right there. Yeah, we got the Jupiter and Gemini, aka Deer. That's transiting. I mean, that's trining Mercury and Aquarius or Otter. So we got the gift of having our own fixed way of thinking, but also that being able to be relate. You know what I mean? We could like hone in and dial in on a certain kind of thought process. You know what I'm saying? As far as just relating and exchanging ideas. You know, Gemini is relating and shit, mutable air, and then Aquarius is fucking the fixed air. So us having a fixed idea, but able to relate these ideas and shit. So that's a trine. Now that could be a good or a bad thing. For me, it might be a gift of me running my mouth. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta look at your own chart to know that, and you gotta look at yourself to know that. To me, it might be that on the negative octave, me running my mouth. On the positive octave, I got a lot of shit to say that's worthy of being expressed outward. You know what I mean? I ain't finna like bottle it up. You can't really bottle up air and stuff. That's why you got lungs. You know what I'm saying? That was a quick rundown, real quick though. So being able to expand, on whatever type of ideas you might have, and being able to hone in and have a fixated way of thinking about it, and then being able to relate that. It might involve using social media. It might involve using technology and gadgets and the social media and the Jupiter, experiences. So you might want to communicate your experiences, maybe teach some things, education, right? Um, you think about deers. Deers are very patient out there in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like that deer energy, real quiet. So this could be like a time where you clearing up some. It might be foggy minded. It's a good time to like at least see that. Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Aries, be able to see that, see where you might be, things might be a little foggy, whether your thoughts and feelings, your experiences. I know I kind of threw the Aries in there with the moon, but Jupiter is the opposite of Gemini, and we're only 11 degrees in. Whew. Whew, this transit fucking me up. This Jupiter and Gemini transit, because I got a Jupiter in Sag. So in a lot of ways, it's not the worst thing. I'm like the other opposition of it. Hey, shout out to my Moes. Shout out to my Mohawks. Shout out to the dude riding by, had a little Mohawk. Shout out to the Mohawks, man. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? See, and that's all it takes, bro. It might just be something simple as that. You might just need more of a native style haircut. You be more aligned already with this westernized shift, and that's really it. Yeah, you might just need to go eat a hot pepper instead of instead of what you might normally eat for lunch. Go eat you a hot pepper. See how more like alert and more focused you be at work. You know what I mean? See how like more clear minded you be. Woo! Yeah, I'm just me thinking about it. I'm getting hot. Woo! I'm starting to sweat in the spirit realm a little bit. Perspiration, you know what I mean? So that means that rain that's gonna fall, that's gonna condense and bend in on itself, and I'm gonna experience that real soon. It might play out as like bunch of like money, raining, a bunch of money or something, good new ideas and stuff I can act on to, like, you know what I'm saying, bring it to the world and stuff, and motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, get on my 1-2 more accordingly, and, you know what I'm saying, help myself, help God type shit. Because if you ain't trying to help yourself, help the Great Spirit, you're fucking worthless. You know what I'm saying? At least for the time being. At least for the time being. Got the Saturn in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces, Wolf. Saturn in Pisces, Wolf. And Venus in Pisces, Wolf. So right now we're going to be like valuing our dreams, our imaginations, our creativities. We almost towards the end. We about to go into Aries and shit. It's on the cusp, 29 degrees, but Venus, love matters. You might have been compromising whatever it is you were compromising with, whatever desire, little habits or stuff, or you might have like a little favorite video game, or I watched a little Boosie movie the other night. I don't really watch too movies, but I watched a movie here and there. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Food is my main thing. I went and cooked me some food and stuff at the park. And went and cooked me some food and stuff. Y'all niggas be thinking I gotta pay for a goddamn stove and shit. So I hope I ain't giving you new ideas to like fuck up my life even more. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for that. To the feds watching. I already know the feds be watching. I know a lot of people probably watch me, just the numbers are like obscured. Somebody watching me in secret. I already know, bro. Stop hiding. Stop playing. Like, y'all be trying to play me like I don't be like knowing that y'all is like hiding behind that little like camera or wherever y'all at. When y'all clearly got cameras out here so that y'all could watch from the distance. Like, what? You thought I was dumb? Is you dumb? Is you dumb? Is you dumb? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Get on with your life, you geezer. Do I gotta start talking New York? Do I gotta start talking New York Mafia to y'all? You want me to start talking like a grease ball? Huh? You scumbags make me sick. You know what I'm saying? Where's my plate of ravioli? Where's my spaghetti noodles? Where's my angel hair pasta? You owe me an Olive Garden. Don't make me get New York Bronx in this bitch. Don't make me get Bronxy in this bitch. Do I gotta call Action Bronson? He lost a lot of weight, you know. I'm happy for that guy. Don't make me call up Harlem and order me a Philly cheesesteak. I'm over here on the West Coast. Don't make me pizza delivery a stone crust slab of dough all the way from the East Coast. I'll special delivery UPS that bitch over here. FedEx it. FedEx me a fucking the pizza. And I ain't talking about code talk for like y'all weird code talk a few years ago when y'all was talking about ordering pizzas and shit. Knowing y'all was probably talking about trafficking humans. Or whoever y'all was trafficking. Or whatever y'all was doing with pizza. Yeah. 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 Shout out to my Anizaza. Anazaza. Anizaziza. Shout out to my Zaza. Yeah, we real scary spirits. Niggas run down the street when I start walking. I don't even be trying to scare nobody. Niggas just start running from something. They don't even know what they running from. Stupid. Stupid. I'm a beast in the spirit realm. You'll get 8 for lunch. Pause no homo. I'm a beast in the spirit realm. You get treated like a goddamn. You get treated like a goddamn. You get treated like you ain't shit. So yeah, the Venus with the Saturn and the Neptune. So like we might be I'm just gonna bunch those up. And then we got the North Node in Pisces too. So we got this like grand Pisces energy, you know what I'm saying? Like this grand Pisces energy. I don't know if it's a grand I don't want to call it, it's not a water trine, but it's like it's a lot of Pisces energy. So we got like this grand Pisces, 4 planets: Pisces, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, and then the North Node. So like our spiritual path, we're gonna be trying to act on our dreams, our imaginations, our fantasies, our beliefs. I don't really believe it, but we might have to use the different, but your faiths, you know what I mean? Your dreams, your imaginations, because human beliefs are pretty much finished. But how how you relate your emotions and feelings, I'll say, that's probably the main thing, right? And your subconscious collective kind of energies, your subconscious mind mentality and shit. You know what I mean? Things that are unaware to your conscious psyche, but you will be aware of these things on the in the subconscious aspect. So that's where the North Node is going. Everybody's going into the fucking depths of the ocean, and whether you could swim or not, that's up to you. But guess what? The waves do get bumpy from time to time. If you ain't got a life jacket, aka a straight jacket, if you ain't put in the work, God gonna look at you like you don't match it. You know what I'm saying? Take your Michael, keep your Michael Phelps having ass in the kiddie pool. The big spirits are swimming in the ocean. Nigga, that's why y'all mad, bro. Because I done tapped back in with my nativeness. You know what I'm saying? I done really been through the ringer, dude. Like, not even just those scars, but my feet were like, my toes and shit. I had like some of them scars on my toe in between my feet healed. I recovered. I done healed myself. I got all kinds of shit I should be complaining about and be sad about and be unhappy, but I'm not, bro, because I made it through the fucking bullshit, dude. Y'all niggas don't know how to think. Niggas don't be grateful, bro. Then that's how you know, like, that's how you can see how people be ungrateful, bro. And they never been through nothing serious. Like, they never been through shit. They've been comfortable their whole life, bro. Or just, whatever things they went through, that's just that stage of where they at. You know what I'm saying? But then there's like bigger spirits that like got bigger problems. You know what I'm saying? Like the atmosphere gotta like make sure everybody stays alive each day. Or not. The atmosphere is just, you know what I'm saying? Like the atmosphere has to maintain the position. Well, not a position. The atmosphere has to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this teamwork makes a dream work shit. So like if there's parts of the atmosphere not doing their job, then that, especially if they not from this Western atmosphere, there's an imbalance. So the atmosphere is like confused. Like what are the humans doing that is not in alignment with my actual cycle? You know, and if it was a female, it's like niggas made a bunch of fucking whatever to like, you know, and gave it to the bitch. Came over here and like just the influence of this other homie cheese around mama, like her cycle got thrown off to some degree. Like her period got thrown off. Her cycle kind of got thrown off a little bit. Well, we getting back though. We trying to flush all that dirty ass shit out, but yeah, we might be in some type of delusion right now. So like, it's a lot of shit with this Saturn, Venus, Neptune, and North Node, but pretty much we in La La Land, good old La La Land energies and stuff. Shout out to the old Lalas and shit, the old Lalas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Grandma Lala and stuff. Uh, and that's really there. That's like really a emphasis on that. And then those square, well, not yet necessarily, but they will square Jupiter at some point. You know what I mean? As far as that Pisces with the Gemini. So at some point you're gonna going forward when that one of those is gonna be more aligned first. Probably well, not Venus. Venus is gonna go into Aries. I say if Jupiter catches up to Saturn, that'd be the closest square. But because right now it's at Saturn's at 17 degrees in Pisces, and Jupiter's at 11 degrees in Gemini. It's not quite a square, but you could throw it in there like that's kind of like that's probably the closest square, 6 degrees. Even though it's not like straight aligned. Like technically Saturn would need to be at 11 degrees, or Jupiter would need to be at 17 degrees for it to be like a perfect square. But or not a perfect square, but y'all get what I'm saying, like a true square. I think that's like a true square, like a true 90-degree angle. Right now it's like 93, or no, not 90, 83 degrees off or something. If that makes sense. Yeah, I want to say that's correct. So maybe, yeah, like Saturn, Pisces, needing to add structure to our dreams, imaginations, fantasies, illusions, delusions, creativity, spirituality, subconscious things in the subconscious realm. Then that might be something you need to learn how to like add more structure to, or more routine, or more timing, so that you know when is the right place to Jupiter and Gemini expand on these ideas or speak about your dreams. Or you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be at work, for example. Like you might be at a certain job, like probably ain't it might not be the best place to open up and communicate about your dreams, or maybe some delusion you might be in, or some type of illusion. Yeah, you might be in a big old delusion, like you like to eat bags of chips, for example, because that's what I do. You probably shouldn't like bring a big old bag of chips to work and eat the whole bag of chips there. You might want to like add some structure and discipline, or boundaries, healthy boundaries. You know what I mean? That way you don't overindulge and overexpand into that bag of chips, and you might fuck around and have to learn that probably wasn't a good idea. It probably don't feel too good in your stomach. All that frustration because you just ate a bag of chips. Now, if you would have knew that there was a square, you probably would have learned. You would have realized that and maybe chilled out. Stuff I'm starting to. I get it. I ain't been doing this my whole life, so I can't like look at the camera like I've been doing this my whole life. But I have been doing this my whole life without knowing it. But now I know it. So when you know what you're doing, you a bad motherfucker. You a bad motherfucker. But yeah, Pluto, Pluto and Aquarius, we're gonna be thinking about whether we transformed our associations or not, because Mercury's in Aquarius and the sun there, and we also gonna try to act on that too. So this might be a time where a lot of people go do some like real rebellious shit, some real spontaneous type of shit. Because you think about Uranus co-rules Aquarius, Saturn is the main ruler of Aquarius. So Saturn's like in La La Land right now. That don't help Aquarius out. And then the sun is opposing Aquarius, but it's Aquarius season, you know what I mean? But the sun opposes, so like niggas might get into some like childish energies and shit, and get flunked in La La Land, around whatever people, places, and things they might be already associated with. And I'm kind of realizing how I might have did that. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, whatever. But yeah, fucking. So that Pluto is coming in, like whether you transformed how you associate or what you're associated with. You know what I mean? Or whether you at least maybe did try to do things in a new type of way. You know what I mean? Go with the new current, the new shift. Everything right now is like fucking. It was like for a minute since the 2020 shit. They use the energies. You could go back, like they use the energies and the alignments, kind of like to put people in some weird position now, or just kind of happened like this. It wasn't like nobody did it to people. This is just like what people chose to do to some degree. But there was a lot of like tools and the options, and there was a lot of like man-made possibilities for people to jump into certain kind of energies like DoorDash, or Ubers, and like all this phone shit, TikTok trends, YouTube, the internet, Instagram, whatever it is, right? Reels. So a lot of people was like been on their phone heavy for the past few years. Even if they still was going to work and shit, you got people on their phone at work, on break, not even talking with each other. Barely. Like, you gonna have your people here and there that they do what they do, but most people be on their phone and shit. Like wherever you go, bro, if it was public transportation, everybody was on their phone. Nigga, you go out to like to eat, people are on their phone. In the restaurant, people be on their phone. Taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? It was like now I think people are kind of like coming back to reality. You know what I mean? That Uranus and Taurus, I want to say, it was like a lot of sudden changes and shit to people's stability, right? So a lot of people had to do new things like Instacart or some shit. But then, you start realizing like, man, this shit ain't really working either. And all the banks is like frauding out. The banks are getting investigated and shit. A lot of things came to the surface, all the celebrity issues and stuff with people, celebrities and shit. That like fucks up any momentum, bro. Like that don't make me want to participate with shit in the industry, knowing there's a bunch of weirdos behind the scenes putting out these energies in the world for people to just kind of get absorbed into without maybe a clear starting point. And then we end up like self-sabotaging ourselves or some shit, or we put ourselves into some type of compromising situation. You know what I mean? And I don't like to say we, like I'm just saying that lightly, but that's all they do, bro. They just create these little psyops, these manipulated synthetic like lab experiment, rats in the cheese maze type of projects, and then they just sit back and watch everybody, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever they putting in the maze and shit, guns and butter, fentanyl. I'm scared of what they finna put in the world next. Please don't put no more drugs out in the world. I don't want to see niggas out here looking like zombies and shit. I don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see people like folded over on the side of the street, bro. In alleyways and shit, but I don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see people like be so fucking out of their mind that they just leave trash everywhere. You know what I mean? They barely can hold up their pants. Got people digging through the trash, throwing trash everywhere. For what? Like cans and shit so they could get some can money, which is gonna be like $10, $20 at the most. $30, $40. Nothing life changing. Then they got to do it again the next day, and the next day, and the next day. At some point, you get tired of doing that. If you, especially if you old, there ain't enough fucking cans being thrown away, and there ain't enough bottles being thrown away like that. Cause you know why? Cause people are broke. They ain't buying like. If they do, they got their own bags, so they could like collect their own soda cans, or they just throw that shit away. Cause most people be home in the house drinking sodas and shit. They don't be just outside drinking a bunch of soda cans and shit at the park and stuff. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like a whole chain of discombobulation going on that a bunch of niggas chain reacted and started, and then y'all niggas is responsible. Y'all gotta clean up y'all mess. Y'all not finna put this on us like I'm responsible for y'all shit. I mean, we can work together, but I ain't just a fool. Goddamn, I ain't no fool. Period. So yeah, I'm gonna end it on that, dude. Maybe I'll go another 10 minutes, give y'all niggas a good old 3 hours and 30 minutes since y'all like 33 numbers and shit. Since y'all like 33 and shit. I'll give y'all 33. I'll give y'all 33. I'll give y'all 33, dude. I'm gonna plug this. I'm gonna turn my yeah, we're kind of on that right now. And apparently, something about, see, look, and here it goes again, dude. Something about that the planets today astrology. I don't know, man. This happened earlier, then it worked, and now it's doing this again. So y'all niggas, I don't know, bro. Something going on like right now with the technology, because a bunch of businesses were talking about how their ATM machines were acting up and acting weird and shit. So there's for sure like some shifts going on, bro. You know what I mean? Where fucking, you know what I mean? Niggas just want to like pee in the corner and like whip they dick out like as if nobody's around and shit. But you know, not even doing it right. You know what I mean? You gotta like, there's a certain way you hide your junk behind the tree. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas like, niggas clearly ain't watched enough goddamn. I ain't looking over at nobody, but I'm just making a point. Niggas don't even be fucking like, nigga, I don't know, like going to Walmart to take a piss. You know what I mean? Or there's a certain way to do it. Like you gotta really be behind the tree. I do it like the movies. You know what I mean? Y'all ever watch the movies and it was like they blur out some private parts, but it'd be like a bush in the way or something. It'd be like a tree or something. It'd be like, you see the pee coming out of the water fountain, but it was like some water fountain in the way or something. Yeah, some shit like that. You gotta get creative, dude. I don't know. They saying, I think they're saying it's saying Chiron and Pisces right now. So that would add more. That would add to the Pisces party. So people will probably. I think that's, yeah. Cause I had a moment last night where I was kind of, something hit me. That was some deep shit. You know what I mean? About my dog that, you know, I had to put down some years ago. I started thinking about my dog. That was my dog, man. That was my dog, man. So yeah, that Chiron kind of hit me, and then my Chiron in Virgo, so this would be an opposition. You know what I mean? As far as like whatever I was maybe burying, suppressing in my subconscious, a lot of that shit coming to the surface. So just keep that in mind. Oh shit. Just be aware, or when y'all go about y'all day and stuff, you know, try to add some boundaries and restrictions to you know, how you relate your emotions and feelings across to others. You know what I'm saying? Also, Neptune being in Pisces, you know, so it's like still La La Land, kind of dreamy energies and stuff, as far as the world and shit. And The North Node is going in this direction also. So like a lot of straight jack. It's gonna be a lot of straight jacket energy. Just know that a lot of straight jacket energy. Uh, There'll be people valuing that. There's gonna be people fucking trying to put boundaries on that. There's gonna be people trying to make probably turn that into some type of dream or some type of imagination or something, right? And there's gonna be like people like making spirituality out of straight. Yeah, they're gonna try to make they straight jacket energy spiritual and shit, which a lot of people might be trying to do right now. Like Diddy somewhere trying to he trying to make a goddamn TV show about this shit right now, and all the people behind him and stuff, and all the people involved with that. Same thing with the Jay-Z shit, bro. This is how I'm looking at everything, bro. It's no longer like reality. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes unless you're really tapped in and tuned in. Look, there's my buzzing. What up, buzzing? My B niggas show up. Yeah, unless you like not, if you ain't there in the room and shit, like at least mentally, you're not gonna have no fucking clue. But really, everybody should just mind their business. And certain things you don't want to like. You could be aware of, like you could kind of, but you don't want to like attach your mind too much to certain like energies or certain stimuli and shit, or certain ideas or certain people, places, or concepts. But yeah, you don't know what the fuck. Like what I'm saying. That's how I'm looking at it. Like if things got to shift and transform, people are just voodoo puppets for these niggas that have been trying to play niggas that our whole lives and shit. So now that like the cat's out the bag, they magic show is kind of finished. So they scrambling. They damn near getting like a bunch of rotten tomatoes and shit thrown at them on stage, and niggas is starting to like fake riot in the audience, subconsciously. Like what I'm saying, because niggas was getting played and shit, and niggas is probably tired of paying taxes. I know I am. I know I'm tired of paying taxes to some fucking England mafia family, wherever the fuck they at, or whatever fucking family, some like royal family that thinks they're more royal than me. Yet they don't even know how to come over here and produce none of the fruits and the trees and the grass and the air that people want to breathe out here. Yet they somewhere in dirty ass fucking smog ridden England, underground probably. They like underground and like underground Vaticans and stuff. Now I ain't saying like there's parts of Europe that are probably like, I'm just talking about like mentally, bro. But a lot of ways, yeah, it played out physically over there. They don't got nothing. They don't got half of the shit that is here in these lands. So that's why they here, dude, trying to milk the land. Cowboys, bunch of cowboys. So I've been talking to them like in the subconscious. Like I said, my Taurus is 12th house. So I'm like subconsciously talking to these cowboy niggas like, hey, you want to be a cowboy? Then you gotta like, well, first of all, mama's not gonna let you keep being a cowboy. So if you ever was a cowboy, it's time for you to pay up. You know what I mean? It's time for you to equalize. You know what I mean? You gotta at least do something for the land, dude. You gotta speak up for the natives or something. Something, dude. Free, like lower the rent, something, dude. Y'all gotta like start doing something, bruh. Quit your job or something, dude. Call it a day off, something, dude. You know what I'm saying? Let me fuck your wife, something, dude. You gotta like let me do something, dude. You know what I mean? You gotta let me do something, dude. You can't just like watch me from a distance with all the hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars and like act like y'all just cool, like, cause you're not, cause you need us. So who's really broke? Who's really rich, motherfucker? Y'all niggas ain't shit. You gotta use other people to do y'all bidding and shit. Y'all can't just like come out here and actually be in some type of Chris Brown energy or be in some Michael Jackson energy or be in some Jesus Christ energy or be in some goddamn whatever you know what I'm saying? Whatever the creative shit is. Y'all can't even ride these niggas don't even know how to ride the bikes that they designed mentally. They don't even know how to ride it, so they had to put it out here and like watch one of y'all ride a bicycle. Now they got bicycles somewhere. I'm just like talking shit, man. Y'all gonna have to like let me talk shit. And but I'm not wrong though. You gotta be physically in shape to ride a bike. I bet a lot of these niggas behind the scenes ain't physically in shape. They borderline disabled, borderline retarded. They're probably already hooked up the machines as we speak. They probably already got the Elon Musk little brain chips in their heads and they already got that shit. They already probably using weird new advanced algorithms of how to just keep niggas in fucking magic square hell. Just, like that's what y'all want. Y'all just want to see everybody broke. It's gonna be a day where y'all ain't gonna have nothing but a bunch of Mad Max movie. Then what? What are you gonna do then? You already came from that. Like y'all was trying to escape y'all own creation. You should have just stayed over there and dealt with what you created. But I guess we can't go back, right? You know what I mean? Now we're like it's some mixed times and shit where like they ain't just having their way totally. Like there's certain things in place that's like, you know what I mean? Like this shit is all outdated, bro. This is like we in an old outdated system. The people, the original founders of this system are pretty much dead and gone. They're not even around. Why are we still listening to some niggas that are dead? Like for real, dude. Everybody can have what they need, bro. Like for real, bro. All it would take would niggas demand some land and we could start growing our own corn and shit. Well, like at this point, they kind of like fucked up shit, bro. So like y'all niggas, that's kind of like why it's a lot of chips and shit like that because they took anything that was real and made it synthetic. I'm not trying to just bitch and complain and shit, but and that's nothing new either. You know what I mean? That's like something niggas been doing, but it's respectable. You know what I mean? And nigga created some shit. You know what I mean? How to be more lazy. You know what I mean? Just created a new way how to be more lazy. That's what we're good at as human. We just the species is good at creating laziness. That's the highlight of humanity right now. Who could be the most lazy? Because China got little girls over there learning how to front flip kick me in the face if they needed to. You know, this little 8-year-old in China could like do backflips around niggas right now. I did see that one dude fucking do some crazy kick in the martial arts competition that it was kind of illegal. He fucking he knocked that kid out. But he did like that front flip and then he drop kicked the dude on top of his head. But the timing was crazy, bro. The timing that he just for him to land that, bro. He was pinned in the corner and shit, and he was a ninja. So he did some ninja shit. Like that was like all possibilities. That white kid wasn't finna do that. That little white kid wasn't finna do a front flip, drop kick and knock dude out with no kind of power or no kind of force. That dude had raw inside of him. He had to create that. He had to probably see that in his head or something, or just do it. You know what I'm saying? He had to just do it. We in a world where there's motherfuckers that don't even do it, that are telling you how to just do it, aka a Nike business or something, nigga. Like, nigga, if you don't stop playing basketball, you fucking coon. If you don't stop playing basketball and jumping for massa, nigga. But a lot of people are in like certain spiritual classes. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna call this live short. We at the 3:33 mark. That's good. Arrivederci, bitch. Yeah, to you niggas watching me and shit. You stop shadow banning me and suck my dick from a distance, ho.